are doing it. I am joined today by MurdersheRoot, aka my best friend Sam.
Hey, Waterman 121, aka Kyle.
I just have to introduce you as Sam right off the bat because I'm gonna slip up if I try and commit to just doing MurdersheRoot, even though that is an awesome username.
Thank you. Yeah. Well, we played in the semifinals game of the tournament together, and I was determined that I would call you Waterman the entire time, and I slipped up like 4 times calling you Kyle.
Yeah, I had to think very hard every time that I wanted to interact with you.
Yeah.
It's like MurdersheRoot. But yeah, let's talk about it. So we both played in the Space Cats Peace Turtles Root Tournament over the past couple of weekends, and I was just stunned and delighted that you won the whole dang thing.
Yeah, well,
MurdersheRoot, my best friend Sam, taking home the trophy for the Space Cats Peace Turtles Root Tournament, first invitational kind of test tournament, and we'll get into what you won later. But I just want to quickly poll you, like, how did that feel? Were you expecting to win?
Definitely not expecting to win. I definitely wasn't even expecting to beat you in the semifinals game, you know? And yeah, I mean, I think Root goes like that sometimes. Sometimes it's the person we're not expecting, and I was kind of definitely trying to be a little bit under the radar, but yeah, sometimes things happen. I was lucky to win, and I was excited. It felt good to win for sure. But yeah, it was honestly just great to play Root at that level. I felt like I was so excited that there were people that were pointing out things about my position that I was like, I wasn't even sure if I was aware of that. So very, very good competitors.
Yeah, it was a super high level of Root. I was pretty like amazed at all the games that we saw, and I have to say, particularly impressed with how your strategy of slightly flying under the radar ended up really carrying the day. Surprised not in your ability to execute a great game of Root, but just more that people continually underestimated your deadliness in both games, and I'm just delighted that was a little bit of your mindset going in, to stay sort of like, you know, make sure that you were the faction that didn't get bopped so hard that you were out of the game, and just kind of hanging in there until you were able to take the whole thing.
Yeah, I felt like the 2 games they felt pretty different to me, because I feel like the first one I was the Vagabond, so I was a little bit public enemy number 1, but I tried to choose a Vagabond that could deal with being hit a bunch. I chose the Ranger so I could refresh a bunch.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't have to spend turns in the forest if I could help it. And I was like, even the Crows at the end, the player that had no shot at that point was still willing to bot me to try to keep me from winning. And I was able to eke it out because someone forgot about my tea. And so like, it was, you know, it was just a little bit of luck, I think, too. And then, and then when I was the Otters in the final, I think I was just a little, you know, I was lucky to be a little overfed too. But I always tried to just stay competitive, and then just once you get to that like 20-point mark, then you're just like, how do I finish it out, you know?
Yeah, and you were able to kind of pretty decisively finish out the games. I feel like your end game, kind of like closing it out, was just like obviously very good, but it always happened a little bit like you were just like a turn faster than everybody else in that final round. Somehow, like, you had managed your tempo well enough throughout the game that when it came to that last round, you were able to hit the brass ring first. So I'm curious to learn a little bit from you about that Vagabond game. Maybe the kind of headline from that tournament was the Vagabond is going to win a bunch. So, like, everyone be prepared to deal with how dangerous the Vagabond actually is. We had 3 different Vagabonds. We had 3 different Vagabond victories. I want to hear from you What was your mindset about the Ranger going in? Like, why did you choose that Vagabond?
Yeah, I think it was just that it could take some hits. I'd practiced with it a lot on digital, the Ranger, and going in, I was thinking I was going to try to coalition, because they had said in the tournament that if you coalition win, then there's 5 people in the final, and I thought that it would be interesting to test that. And I just felt like it was a viable strategy. All of a sudden, I turned my 25% shot at winning into a 50-50, or maybe a 33% chance, I guess, of winning. And so I thought I would do that, but it just didn't work out. Like, I even spent that turn when I had 10 points in the forest, waiting to see if lizards would be in last, because I'd seen the coins in their hand. I could tell that from the position they were going to play a really good lizards game. Garrick did a great job in that game, and so I was intending to try to partner up with him and be the kind of like army side of the lizards.
So you were committed to a coalition victory with the Vagabond.
That's what I went in hoping
in your mind,
to
that
do.
Was your mindset going in.
A1 was that, yeah.
Again, I think that most players, when they say like, "Hey, I've got the Vagabond in this draft," I feel like most players that would not be their first go-to. I did that like help you as you were playing the game? Like, do you think that like kind of holding back a little bit at first, or just like kind of presenting a little bit of a slower start, helped to keep enough heat off of you that you were able to get the points?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I did. Like, I started by aiding, just trying to get like some small points, and trying to make it seem like, hey, I don't want to be the big thorn in the side. And even with you, I was trying to negotiate with you where I should attack you, because I needed to attack for some points to just kind of keep up.
Mm-hmm.
And then you negotiated with me to attack a clearing, which you had an ambush, and you ambushed me.
Yeah, that was the greatest strategic victory of that game.
And it's so funny, when that happened, the two weren't connected in my brain. I was like, oh, I attacked here, and oh, he had an ambush, and I forgot that you had tricked me into attacking there. And so when I watched it back, I was like, I texted you immediately. I was like, you're a jerk. No, but I think it was a good move. I mean, you have to bop the Vagabond, and yeah, I think I wanted to form a coalition victory, because I knew if I got out to a big lead, then it's going to be everybody, stop what you're doing, we have to stop the Vagabond. But if I don't have points, then it's like, it doesn't make sense to attack me anymore,
Yeah.
At least as much. You could just stop me from helping the lizards, which that already helps the lizards, because now the attention's on me and not on them. So that was my intention. Was I thought in a competitive environment that could really shake up the dynamic of the game.
So not only were you of the mindset of going for a coalition victory going in, I feel like the Vagabond wasn't even your first choice for a faction from the draft. Maybe maybe it was. What was your first choice, I think, going in?
Yeah, I mean, Vagabond was up there, and of those choices, I mean, I chose first. Obviously, it was my first choice, but the birds, I felt like I was always like prepared for the birds, and I never got the choice to choose the birds, and they were in neither of my games. So a lot of prep work down the drain there. But yeah, I would say it was close to the top of my list, though, for sure. I knew I had a plan with the Vagabond, as opposed to the Otters, which I just kind of I just chose them because I felt better about them than the Crows.
Well, interestingly, so we'll talk about your second tournament game here in a moment, but I thought it was pretty interesting that you went into that finals with a faction that you definitely haven't practiced very much, and were sort of just making up as you went along. I'm very curious to hear like what was running through your head during that game. But first, before we move on from our semis game here, so we had a player choose the Lizard Cult. Fantastic player, pillar of the community, Garrick.
Yeah.
And I know that you're a very avid Lizards player, MurdersheRoot. And I just want to get your opinion, like how did Garrick do playing the Lizards?
I mean, Garrick did so good. Garrick, I think that might be the best Lizards performance in the tournament. I think that's probably points wise, probably the best. But I think that I was I was in a position where I was the vagabond racing the lizard, so I was in a good position. But Garrick really gave me a run for my money, and the lizards felt like they could have had it at any moment too. Yeah, I thought it was a really strong performance.
Yeah, I agree. I thought that the lizards were looking very scary towards the end. Um, and maybe now's a good time to transition into that finals game, where the lizards were also a factor, and also had I don't know, maybe not as good of a game in that finals as they did during the semis. But talk to me about this tournament game. So you had a whole week to prepare. What was your preparation for the final game?
Well, I thought I would not choose the Vagabond going into the final. I thought that everyone was so mad in the semis that the Vagabond had won 3 of the 4 games that I thought that's like we're kind of saying that's not the kind of player I want to be. I don't want that kind of heat at the get-go. So I thought I'm not going to choose that, and I'll be a part of the Heat squad in making sure that the Vagabond doesn't win the final, and like making it known that if you choose the Vagabond like that is, I feel like that's going to probably be the attitude of the table. But that wasn't an option. It turns out in the draft, which was great. And I practiced with the birds a lot. I thought I could maybe, I was practicing a bird's counter to the Vagabond a lot, like a commander opening that I saw Bot do in the semis. I thought that was interesting. I hadn't seen a lot of that. And so I was practicing a lot with that, but ended up with the
opening with just like a bunch of bird cards in the decree.
Yeah, or mainly just a commander opening so that I could hit Vagabond turn 1, turn 2, or whatever turn the Vagabond slips closest to me.
Persistent pressure, and win brownie points at the table for being the one to hurt the Vagabond.
Right.
Yeah. So what do you make of the? You played on Tabletop Simulator, obviously very different from Root Digital. Between the two games, would you say that one was like more or less social than the other?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I think the second one was more social, though I think that the 2 games I was in were the 2 longest games. So I think there was something to that, like, social element. I kept saying in the finals game that my turns were everybody's turns, and I would let everybody kind of talk to me about what they thought their plans for me should be, and kind of choosing the one that had the most mutual benefit for me and the person that's, that could help me get more ahead, and I actually loved how entangled that first or that championship game got. Just like right away, we saw like how threatening the moles opening was. I think the moles were probably a little over policed overall, but I thought that the first move of checking that and then checking the cat sawmills kind of made it so that everybody was on an even playing field, kind of turn 3, maybe turn 4. I can't remember.
Yeah, it did seem to sort of reach a bit of a mid-game balance at a certain point. And that's kind of where I felt like the game like actually started in a weird way. Like everyone had these openings, and it was kind of clear out of the gate that the moles had the most like coherent, quick opening. I would say one of the stories that from the sidelines the final game had was multiple people playing factions they weren't comfortable with exactly, and the 3 kind of like underdogs banding together to fight a clearly great moles opening. And then like in the ensuing kind of chaos, trying to just like ride the waves of, temporary alliances and all of that to the very end. It was actually kind of an interesting situation where like, no matter what your opening strategy was, it was kind of more about how you navigated the mid game that set you up for a good finish, essentially.
Yeah, I liked that too. I liked that it was something that we all couldn't have like planned for. I think a lot of the semifinal games had like a race feel to them from the get-go, and this one didn't. This one really felt like, okay, well, how are we all going to kind of navigate the traps we keep setting for each other?
Yeah, everyone's bopping everybody. It definitely seemed to like go around in a circle, like first the otters like crushed the mole buildings that were built right on the edge of the lake, a decision which I find highly provocative, actually. Like, they built right on the edge of the lake. That's just sort of a target. And the otters are just have a squad right across there. Like, they're coming for you. Was my thought about that opening. I'm like, it's a greedy opening from the moles. A strategy called Mole Mart, apparently. Opening with markets and going for Baron of Dirt to shield your eventual sway of a brigadier. It's a strategy that I like very much, but I think the table felt very threatened by it, and so they essentially hired the otters to go and deal with it. And then you went to deal with the cats after that.
Well, it's not me. It was the table paying me to do it.
Right.
Which was so good. Like this whole plan to get rid of the molds, I was on board, but it was like it involved the lizards crusading across the river. And I thought, if you guys are going to pay me to do this, like, well, then it really doesn't like subtract from my like overall snowball here. You're just kind of like, funds come in, funds come out. And maybe I get some cardboard. The cats ended up cleaning up the cardboard. But it did like, it took a cat's whole turn and it took lizard acolytes. And for me, it didn't cost as much. So that's like kind of like how I was weighing out those decisions about what those early game bops kind of felt worth it or not.
The otters are thematically war profiteers. And
Yeah.
I feel like you thematically really embodied that in this game because, it's like, what do we need to deal with as a table militarily? Like, I can provide the manpower, I can provide the mobility. It's just going to cost you some meeples to like help make this happen. And so it's like the otters are lining their own pockets by engaging in the military actions. I wanted to say quickly that one of the commentators for the finals game was none other than Patrick Leader of Leader Games, publisher of Root and developer of Root, and kind of co-creators with Direwolf Games of the Root Digital platform. Patrick Leader was one of the commentators and had mentioned at a certain point that he thought that your play with the otters had struck a nice balance between kind of commerce and military. Mm-hmm. Did you feel that during the game? Did you feel like you were kind of getting ahead or that you were striking the right balance?
I really wasn't sure. I hadn't had enough Otters games to practice, and I think that there was definitely some inefficiencies I had played with that just from like lack of recent familiarity. I had studied the birds and was like real tight, know what if I have these 3 cards in my hand, what I would do in an opening decree. Like I felt like really strong about it. But the otters, I was swimming in the dark a little bit. So I just kind of did the best I could. I think early on I had a big military approach as we checked the people, but as soon as the lizards converted all my otters, then I had a bunch of otters stranded. And so I knew that doesn't really affect my board state as much as it does me getting those extra sweet cardboard points of, running around and battling with an otter ball. And I just couldn't tell when that otter ball should come because I didn't want to throw the otter ball out there and then people be scared and stop buying from me and have a thing to target to destroy my progress with.
You're speaking of your controversial second to last turn when you spent your funds milling the deck and eventually did come across that magic coin crafter.
Twice.
Two
coins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was some debate in the comments during the game as to whether the otters would be kind of like more efficiently spending their funds by establishing, as you said, like recruiting a big army and then setting up for a big swing through for the next turn. But my kind of thinking about this is along the same lines as yours, MurdersheRoot, which is that creating a big otter army just kind of creates a target for everyone to aim at, and that it's with the funds that you have kind of still possible to like build an army or just mill the deck or do whatever to scrape together those last couple of points.
Right. Well, you have to go in that order. You have to, when you mill the deck, you get to keep all those funds, all those things you've committed. It's a commitment. But when you spend them for warriors, then you've lost them forever. And you better hope you have some future sales. And I always feared of getting starved out. And I mean, maybe in retrospect, maybe I didn't need to be that scared, and maybe I could have made some other choices. But in that last turn, yeah, like it's I listened to the commentary, and it seemed like that at first they didn't know that there were 3 coin cards. And I was milling a deck, I think at that time, if my memory serves, of like 15 cards. And I had like 10 funds or whatever to commit. So I figured my chances of getting at least 1 coins was pretty good. And I did, I got it. And then I just thought, all right, do I recruit 8 guys and then maybe get 1 point of cardboard? Or do I just try and go for the other coins and force them to buy it out of my hand? Because that would give me 4 more funds than all the funds I've already saved by milling the deck to create that otter ball and clean up cardboard on the last turn.
Yeah, it makes sense. And it clearly worked because you did indeed come out on top. And it kind of turned into a 2-way race between the Riverfolk and the Cats in the end there. How sure were you of your victory even like 2 turns before the end?
Once I crafted the coins, I knew I could see my path for it. I knew that it might come down to some dice rolls, and it because of where all the cardboard was and how well defended it was, because there was no like Woodland Alliance or Crows or anyone that would leave undefended stuff out there. It was like 3 warriors minimum on everything. And so I just wasn't sure when that time was. So I was a little unsure, and until Moles, which was the turn before me, put 3 cardboard in 1 clearing. That's when I knew I could do it pretty easily, because otherwise I would have had to split up armies between clearings and battles. So.
Right. I have to say congratulations. It was kind of never a sure thing.
No.
That game would turn out the way it did. But I feel like your ability to like just play well and stay on top of everything won the day. And this is Sam's lovely wife, Rachel. Hi, Rachel.
My wife, Rachel.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. I miss you guys.
Sorry. Not Kyle.
All right.
Yeah, so Sam, as the winner of this tournament, you are owed a victory spoils. Can you tell us what you won for coming out on top in this tournament?
Well, I'm not totally sure, but I hear the rumor is that I'm getting a t-shirt and some pins.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Very nice. Some good swag.
Yeah, some sweet Leader Game swag, which I'm excited about.
That's very cool. I know Leader Games right now is pushing their game Oath quite a lot, as that's kind of the one that's being focused on, Oath and Fort. Have you played either of those games?
I've been playing a lot of Fort lately. Me and my wife, who you just met, we've been playing a lot of Fort, and I like it a lot. It feels a lot like a, just like a good little engine builder with like some minor resource management stuff in there. It feels like a Century Spice Road with a lot more player interaction or something like that. So I've been really liking Fort a lot, and I haven't tried Oath, though it looks fun.
I watched the Space Cats Peace Turtles playing Oath with Cole Worley and a couple other people, and it seems really cool. Like, I definitely didn't grasp all the mechanics right away. I'll have to watch like a playthrough or like learn to play or something. But the mechanics are just like fascinating, and it does remind me of Root in some ways in terms of the like they've abstracted this like political struggle or like, some kind of historical thing. Yeah, it's pretty great. It's pretty great. It's all a little bit more like Magic Kingdom flavored like lore stuff, which I'm kind of stoked about. And there's like relics, and there's ways that the game sort of changes as you play it, like from game to game. It's like your play group chooses what cards get kind of filtered out and which ones kind of stay in the cycle. I don't know, that's just such a cool concept. It's not quite a legacy game in the traditional sense, but each play kind of leaves a mark in a sort of subtle way. But yeah, I'd be super excited to try Oath at some point.
Yeah, it seems really good. I think Garrick has like an Oath like chronicle campaign he's been doing on his channel that's been pretty cool.
Yeah, it sounds awesome. So Sam, rapid fire round. Faction you wish you would have gotten to play in this tournament?
Birds. Eyrie Dynasties.
Faction that was your number one enemy during this tournament?
I guess the Lizards, because they were in both the games. I guess the Cats were in both my games too. I guess I'll go with the Cats then.
What do you think was your biggest like triumph of the whole tournament? If you can boil it down to one moment.
I think it was that early entanglement of and everyone getting on board. I just think it was that cooperation in that early part of the championship game.
Yeah,
I don't think that was all me or anything, but I just felt really proud of the route we were playing at that point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely not the standard kind of like race, but more of a haggling and wheeling and dealing kind of thing. Very fun.
Mm-hmm.
And what do you think was your biggest setback during the tournament?
I don't know. I kept pretty competitive. I think. Yeah, I think there was just a couple little moments. I think it was just being a little out of practice with some of the expansion factions. It's hard to get games in quarantine and stuff. So, I think just the little inefficiencies I had, especially with the Riverfolk, I think was my biggest setback.
Yeah, but as we all know, setbacks exist to be overcome, and overcome you did, winning the whole thing. MurdersheRoot, champion of the October 2020 Space Cats Peace Turtles Root Tournament. Well, thanks for chatting with me today. We're gonna kind of like transition into our second part here, which is going to be just playing a bunch of Root and kind of just hanging out. So
that sounds great.
Thanks to everyone for checking us out on the internet. We're going to take a short break, and then we'll be back for some Root action. Yeah, go for it.
Question about your commander openings. I've discovered this about commander openings. If I don't have a bird card, I'm not doing a commander opening. That's where I've landed.
Do you throw that bird into recruit or into build?
Into build.
Yeah.
I just find that if I wait too many turns without building, I'm never going to be in the race.
Yeah.
And putting a suited card into bird as commander, I don't know. It depends on the suits, but that's really hard because then you're also having to move. Yeah, it's command. That's hard for commander. With commander and despot, you have to worry about your recruit suits a lot, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And when you have to worry about building in a particular suit, that is just like those two things. You're not going to either get the warriors down you need for your transition when you do turmoil, or you're going to turmoil when you don't intend to. That's bad news.
I find that an early turmoil with commander is especially devastating for some reason, because it's like you don't get the advantage of the buildings or the advantage of the army size.
Yeah.
And so it's just super hard to build up from there. That's why I think charismatic is a little more of a natural aggressive lead, and the despot is a little more natural of like a passive lead. But I've actually, so I just listened to an interview with Cole Worley about Root from 2018 on Every Night is Game Night, which is a podcast of, games podcast. And he talks about how starting with the despot is like kind of not that great of an opening, which I found pretty interesting. Like, it's used on Root Digital certainly like as the way to, as like the tutorial for players on the Eyrie, and the AI seems to like it a lot as an opening, and I see players using it a bunch. But Cole Worley is like, no, it should be something more aggressive. Oh, and speaking of which, I got the Eyrie this time, but no bird cards, so we'll see what the possibilities are here. Sam, we're into our first game here. What faction are you piloting?
I am the Vagabond.
All right.
No.
Bring it on. I'm going to attack you a bunch. Just heads up.
Yeah, no, I hear you. I hear you.
Yeah, with this starting hand, it would be literally impossible to start with the charismatic leader. It would instantly turn away.
Unless someone came into your clearing, I suppose. Are you? Yeah, you're last. You're last. Okay.
All right, we're going to go Despot. Even though I just said Cole Worley thinks this is a bad opening, but...
No, I think he's saying that to be controversial. There's no way that could be true.
Yeah.
No way.
I mean, we'll find out. We'll find out. The other interesting thing that Cole said in this interview was when talking about the cats, he talked about the cats in terms of their control of the forest. And I thought that was actually a pretty cool way to formulate your idea of how the cats are doing in a game. Like, how much control do they have? And he actually gave a simple metric for it, too. He's like, more recruiters is more control. More sawmills is less control.
Yeah.
And I think that's a pretty interesting kind of framing. I don't know. Do you ever think about that? Do you think that's true?
Yeah, I definitely think that, like, I know that as cats, like, it seems like it's good because you got a guy everywhere, but a lot of those guys are going to get stranded. So I know that recruiting more as the cats is definitely the way to go. Plus, it's just like anything in Root. Just follow the card draw. Whatever gets you more cards to draw is probably the right move. All right, I got to choose a place to slip here.
Going with the thief, I see.
Yeah, I'm just not... I'm not in the mood to ranger. All right, got a boot there. That's fun. What do my quests look like? Okay, lots of swords. I guess I will aid the cats. And then to get the most out of my first turn, I suppose I should move over here and attack the Woodland Alliance.
All right.
Oh, wait, that was a bad idea. But anyway. That's it for me.
So Sam, have you done any more driving recently?
Nope, just the one kind of time in the parking lot. I am 29 years old and I don't know how to drive a car. And my wife and I just bought a car, so I'm learning to drive it.
A Honda Fit, right?
Honda Fit? Yeah. We love it. It has so much room, and I literally just saw two drive by. I'm overlooking a street, and they are everywhere here.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Is it the new Subaru in Portland kind of thing? I just remember seeing like tons of Subaru like station wagons everywhere.
Yeah, it's Subaru station wagons, Prius, and Honda Fit, and like CRVs. You know,
Yeah,
if
totally.
you're one of those, you know. But and I just started to get into cars because we were buying one, you know. So I've now I notice cars everywhere, but I did not used to. All right, has this Cats player done? What have they done? They built. Oh, now they're battling. Okay. What's the decree looking like there, Waterman?
Currently, it's looking like 1 bird in move and 1 bird in build.
Well, I know, but it's going to be your turn.
Uh-huh. Yeah, the decree is looking janky, I think.
Really?
Yeah, from what I can tell.
Because
But
you got no
see.
bird cards?
We'll see.
Are you going to double build, or are you just going to move from a fox? Okay, so that's like double movement out there. Okay.
Yeah, we'll stick with that for now.
Just leaving 1 at home. I guess it doesn't matter. It's not your home. You don't have to recruit there.
All right, that's what I like to see.
Wow.
There we go. Big battle. Whew. All right, turn 2 base
There
with
it
Woodland
is.
Alliance. They're having a great start. They are having a great start. And they are super eyeing that Central Fox clearing for their next base, it looks like.
Yeah, well, luckily you get 2 points for taking it out every turn.
That is true. That is true.
Three dominance cards already available.
Wow.
It's a little early. No slip for me. Ugh, bag. It's annoying. Guess I'll just move here and deny you the extra point.
Okie dokie.
Oh, right, he's got sappers. Oh, he doesn't sappers me. Good for him.
Yeah, I think that's probably smart, right? Taking out 1 meeple at this phase in the game is way better than just dealing 1 hit to the Vagabond.
Yeah.
Although it is very early for you. 1 damage is quite a lot.
Yeah, I don't have a way of repairing unless I go into the forest.
Yeah, well, it's a 50-50 flip for the hammer, so I think I don't know. If you took 1 hit, would you just stay alive and explore?
Yeah, of course. It's just a boot. You don't even need a boot for the first 4 turns.
Yeah.
Maybe 3 turns. Sometimes I don't get that last ruin, depending on what it is.
I feel like this has been a difficult start for the Cats, actually. Losing that first kind of forward recruiter. I was just like not about to let that dominate this whole position, you know?
Was it just defended with 1 warrior?
No, there was 2 warriors there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was just like not ready to give up my my space, you know?
Well, and with the Woodland Alliance revolt, that's looking like a good move now. Because you would have been really boxed in otherwise.
Yeah, big time. Majorly.
Oh, but that really helps your decree. Because you're going to be able to fight in that mouse clearing for a long time.
In the Woodland Alliance's
Yeah.
mouse clearing? Yeah, no, I totally agree there. Well, I'm gonna lose it anyway, so I might as well just do it this way. Alrighty. Yeah, I'm gonna have to give him a card, but I think that's okay. I think that's fine.
Yeah, to keep your decree alive? Yeah.
I think I'll keep my decree alive. And he's gonna use sappers?
What?
Oh, I think we've lost our human opponent.
Oh, really? That
Yeah.
makes sense, because that is not a good move.
I'm quite surprised. Although I will probably anticipate seeing oh, bummer. An attack on my mouse clearing incoming from the cats. I think that's the only thing that they have to do this turn, really. Other than
I don't know
build
if
a
they're going to
sawmill.
bother you. I think they're going to hunker down and focus on them.
Yeah, they have so many clearings to build in. I'm so surprised that they gave up this mouse clearing. I guess they're just going to
They
wait
don't
till
have
my
another
decree runs
sawmill
out.
down. Where's their other sawmill?
They want to build it in this fox clearing off to the right, I imagine. Or at home.
There it is. Okay, I'm going to boot over here. And I'm going to craft a root tea.
All right.
All right. And then I'm going to boot over here. And that's it. I don't want to get the cats mad at me yet. There it is.
All right. This is looking like it's about to be a pretty good Woodland Alliance game, honestly.
Yeah, even though it's an AI game.
Yeah, it's just that they've got 2 good clearings, and then there's nobody in this top fox clearing off to the left. So they just have a lot of space, even if, you know, supposing I, like, occupy one of them with a bunch of birds at some point. It's just going to be awfully difficult to get a grip on their positioning, kind of. Plus, if they can take the center fox base, like, I think that's too much, but I just don't really have the means to fight back too much right now either. Like, I have less birds on the map than I started with, and...
Yeah. Yeah, I was surprised. You kind of stretched yourself thin to bop the cats there.
I figured it would work, but I guess I just didn't anticipate losing this rabbit base so soon.
Yeah, that was a little shocking, too. I don't think you have to worry about the fox base... unless you add a card, because they only have 1 supporter, it looks like.
Right.
But you will have to battle in a mouse clearing, so that might end up happening.
right.
That cats player should have left some cats at home. He's got 6 in that one clearing.
Yeah, that is an awful lot. That is an awful lot.
All right, looks like you got away with the what? What?
The strongest
Alright.
card for the Woodland Alliance to craft, obviously. Yeah, that's gonna be a low scoring royal claim, I imagine.
I'm crafting another root tea.
Oh my god, you've gone off the chain with these root teas. You have so many of them. And there's the sword. All right, Vagabond online.
Vagabond offline.
What?
Vagabond friend of the cats now.
What? Oh
right.
no, this game is fucking over. Okay.
Let's do this. It's clobbering time.
Oh boy. Wow, you know you don't get any points for that, right?
I get the feeling of knowing I did my team well.
I'm just gonna wreck your game as hard as I can. That's all I can
Well,
literally do. And then just wait for
I
the cats
don't-
to inevitably smother the rest of the position. I think the Woodland Alliance is gonna win, honestly.
Yeah, I know. I have a lot to do. The cats are not in a good position.
I'm hoping that the Woodland Alliance just revolts on you.
Oh dang, you're right.
That's my goal. That's my goal, is to let them hurt you. I'm gonna let them beat you up so much. Don't even know.
Oh no, what a threat. I think we still got a lot of work to do on Team Cats over here. I would vastly encourage this cat player to put some cats at home. Like how I phrased that? Let's put some cats in the keep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's do that. You and me both.
We should want to do that. Yeah, I mean the cats should want to do that, but I also won't begrudge them if they don't, you know. I'm happy to spend my bird force attacking them too. It's fine.
Well, yeah, I guess you can't get to there. The big worry is they left it undefended for me, and I'm not going to do it, obviously. I'm on their team, so...
I actually think I can get there. It's just, do I have enough battles to, like, take it down?
Wait, you can get 5 birds there?
Yep.
Wow.
I think I might
but it
do
would be
that.
your whole force.
Yep, I think I'm gonna do that, though.
That's fine.
Yeah, I get 2 sawmills in the keep. That seems worth it.
No, dude, that's a good haul. That's a
Yeah.
very, that's everything precious to the cats being guarded by one cat.
Yeah, let's do it. I
They're
think I
like,
can keep my
"Steven,
decree
you-"
alive, too. That's actually amazing.
Oh, you can do it?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it is a mouse clearing, so
Yeah.
that goes along with that. Yeah.
Oh, this is
You
great.
might need more than one battle, though, dude.
Yeah, you're right. I'm gonna put 2 in battle. Let's do
There
it.
you go.
Let's do it. Oh, this is so stupid. He's gonna have an ambush for sure, but that's okay. I don't rightly care. He's got 1 cat. He should have put him in the keep. Oh, come on. It's impossible. And there's the 3.
Oh,
And
no.
there's the 3.
He still gets to keep the keep, though.
I just didn't get that undefended hit. I wish I had.
Yeah.
I wish I had
Yeah.
even one hit.
I know, that would have been huge.
Dang
That
it.
was unlucky.
That's
Unlucky.
okay. That's all right. Who knew I would roll a 0-0?
All right, and then field hospitals. Where are you? Field hospitals.
Yeah, he can field hospitals all he wants, but it's going to take a minute to control that clearing.
He's just got to march on his turn. He has the dudes all around it. you know?
Yeah, but he's got to march. He's got to probably battle me. He's got to eventually build a sawmill or 2 or 3.
Oh, I see how that was so bad. Right, because you can't build in that clearing anymore, right?
Yeah.
Oh, man, yeah, that was tragic. He only lost 1 point?
Yep. I got 2 I got 3 points for knocking out the
Right.
sawmills.
Right.
Sawmill
Right.
tokens. I'm so sad that he didn't revolt. I should have moved in such a way to give the Woodland Alliance more cards. Oh, I guess I couldn't have actually. Truly.
Wait, is that undefended down there? Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
everything's
yeah.
undefended. Oh, I got one guy defending my
No, I'm not talking about you. You dealt with yourself. I'm going to attack the Woodland Alliance.
I don't understand why the Woodland Alliance would move 3 guys into the bottom clearing. That makes no sense to me at all.
No, it doesn't make any sense.
Why would they do that? Why would they do that? You know, this game should be a 2v2, and this is actually like a 2v1 plus a crazy guy operating the Woodland Alliance is what it feels like.
yeah, it does feel like that.
You bastard. Well, not much to do about that. Not much to do about that. I hope this Cats
Alright,
player takes out
Cats.
my roost.
Oh, yeah, you'd get more dudes that
I
way,
get
right?
birds and a roost if he takes it
Yeah.
out. I'd be so delighted. And
I
I'd
did
get
that
my-
on mistake one time. I forgot about that like, you can't not have any roosts at the beginning of your turn.
Yeah.
You know?
I assume he's going to march and maybe battle my force there and just
I
say,
would.
like, happy birthday to your one roost.
Yeah.
Which also I'm
Yeah.
kind of fine with.
If he doesn't march in battle, we are in for some trouble here, Cats.
Yeah, I don't know what the Cat's next step would be, except for marching and battling at home.
Yeah. Even if you don't battle, just, load up 5 guys there. What are you going to do? Oh, did you choose commander? No. Yeah.
No, I've got 5 birds. I need to recruit.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. No, it was the right call for you.
3/4 of my army is in my supply right now. I've got to start mobilizing that force soon. Wow.
Okay, yeah, that's decent.
Wow. The Cats have a full hand of cards, right? Okay, great. Love that.
No points, though, for the Cats on that turn.
Well,
Really?
looks like my plan worked. My plan
Yeah, really-
totally worked.
Getting my work cut out for me, that's for sure.
All right. Interestingly, he doesn't use sappers against me.
I thought he already used it.
He crafted another one at some point.
Yeah, you're right. He does have sappers. Why is sapper's symbol a shovel?
I believe it's because the meaning of sappers is digging a tunnel to basically like lay a trap for people. One of the original sappers was during some like a super old war, but basically they like dug underneath this access point to a castle that was being sieged, and when the enemy troops came to assault the castle, they went along this walkway, and then the whole thing collapsed because they had like dug underneath it and made it fall apart. And so that's like sappers, you know.
Interesting.
Oh, taking out another base. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think in the last whole turn, you gained 1 point. That's all that happened. So
I did from
really
attacking a sympathy token. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only points that somebody got. Because
I'm almost
the
in
cats
the
didn't get
lead.
any.
I think the Woodland Alliance is still winning, though. The cats are now able to build at home. This has been a weird game.
Yeah. I guess I'll move up here and steal a card.
Oh my god, I'm literally turmoiled because I don't have card draw. This is so annoying. Wow.
You're not going to have turmoil, are you?
I have to. I don't have any choice.
What'd you put in build? Nothing in build?
Nothing to build. I had one bird card. I have to get an army before I can build anywhere.
All right. Well, what do you have in your hand?
I have 2 rabbit cards in my hand.
Yeah. Oh, no.
That's okay. I'm going to put them both in build, and then we'll just see what happens. Oh, and I'm not gaining points from roosts at all. Oh boy, this is a tough game. I feel like this would have been an easier game if my 2v2 partner was not a complete idiot.
Yeah. I think that's part of it, yeah.
Because then there would at least be some way of like keeping the cats slow without me. I did everything I could, you know.
Right.
Okay.
Just cycle through and get back to Despot, you know?
Maybe I will.
This game's not taking off anytime soon.
Field hospital. Okay, but at least I have a good position now to start doing something, anything.
Right.
All right, let's turmoil. All right, we've got a revolt. Oh, wow, that was such a sad turmoil because I only lost points. I didn't gain any back.
Right.
Oh, are you going to be able to stop the Woodland Alliance from winning?
No.
Wow. They are kind of stopping themselves from winning, honestly. Oh, boy. This will be interesting.
Oh, wait. First, you steal a card from him, just in case you steal an ambush. Oh, and he has a hammer? Shit. First, bro, I gotta aid you. Take that hammer. I'll exhaust this. Boot, I'm not going anywhere. Oh, man, I wish I would have seen that before, because I could have crafted brutal tactics this turn.
Oh, man.
I guess I don't want to give this guy the point, but
Such a shame.
All right, enough. All right, boot. Man, can you imagine how many points I would have if I was still scoring points? Aw,
Ooh, okay.
that's what you need brutal tactics for.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'll repair this boot. And I think... Oh, wait, you're commander? I'm just going to move over here. Just a little bit further away from commander. If you want me, you can come get me. But I'm not going to make it easy.
Okay.
All right, Waterman, I'm going to grab a beer. I'm going to be right back.
Okay, sounds good. Yurif, still confused about how the game ended up this way? Yeah, no, I agree. This is a completely bonkers situation. What happened was I started in this corner as the despot because I didn't have a good hand to go commander. That was the whole intention of this, is to keep practicing my commander openings, but didn't have the cards for it, so I went despot. The Cats built a recruiter over here and aggressively recruited, and I couldn't have that, so I sent my initial vanguard out here to deal with them. I wiped them out, set up my first roost, and eventually had these 3 rockin', but then the Woodland Alliance revolted here. The Vagabond coalitioned with the Cats. The Cats are now going for dominance victory. This is truly the weirdest game. Oh my god. Oh, this is super odd. So yeah,
This is gonna be crazy.
If you're just tuning in, the Vagabond is trying to help the Cats accomplish a dominance victory. It's 2 dominance cards played. We're in wacky land.
And he thinks he's going to do it when you have 9 birds adjacent to one of the clearings?
Yeah, he's not going to be able to do it. It's fine. Maybe he has an ambush or something, but it's okay.
All you can do is move and battle with extra hits.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, absolutely. That's my plan. That's my plan, is to move and battle, I think. That's my strategy going forward right now. Yeah, he better send some dudes in there, because he's not going to hold on to it for very long. Although if I can't stop him this turn, if I can't stop him this turn, I don't see how.
No, we're gonna win. I think we are gonna win, actually.
Although he's only got that many. Like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do the only thing that makes any sense here. And.
Move from him. Oh, I see. You're going to try and get the cardboard as well.
Can't risk it. If I roll even 1, like, low roll, it's over, so I just have to do it. All right.
There it is.
That's a good start. That's a good start.
Damn it.
That's a good...
0-0.
That's an even better start. Wow. That's great.
I thought I could come in and clean up and make up the difference, but now...
No, sir. No, sir.
I have to kill 6 birds. No, 5 birds. I have 2 attacks that can do 2 damage. It's impossible.
This is such a weird, like, wasteland of an endgame, and I'm actually, like, I'm so upset that they didn't go for that. I just want someone to hit this roost so bad. Take my roost. Take it.
No, I'm not going to take your roost.
Oh, yeah, you're too afraid to take my roost. I understand. Yeah, this game doesn't want to end itself. It keeps being prolonged for no reason. I'm excited, though.
Oh, I can't even get to you.
I'm a little upset that the Woodland Alliance decided to revolt in a rabbit clearing instead of, like, trying to do something about either of the other rabbit clearings that matter. This is such an uphill battle in every direction. All right. You could come steal a card for me.
No, I can't. I don't have enough boots. Oh, I could have fixed my boot and came over there. Oh.
I'm a little happy to see that.
Yeah, I'm doing a little bit of misplay here for sure. That's okay. Should I take out this thing? I might as well, right? Is that going to help him? Yeah. I'm just going to chill. I just messed up that turn.
All right. Commence just chilling. I just imagine that this Cats player's the only thing they're going to do is recruit, move, and then battle me in this clearing and hope for the best, kind of.
Yeah. Well, I think they could recruit. Yeah. I think that's exactly what they're going to do.
Urif says there is no misplaying in this game. I almost agree. I think that this is a highly unusual and very specific situation.
He's never played with me. I'll find a way.
MurdersheRoot occasionally misplaying for the win, apparently.
Absolutely.
Just this one game, yeah. Yeah, it almost feels like misplaying may just let somebody else win, which might be on purpose. We'll see. I feel like as the birds with no hope and stuck on 5 points, honestly, like, do the points even matter though? Like, I might as well just go for like a corner dominance or something.
Right.
But I'd have to give up a bird card to swap it out. I'm gonna stick to the.
You got plenty of time to worry about your own victory.
Oh, and Woodland Alliance has crafted. Oh, that's why they got so many points. They crafted a royal claim at one point. This is the craziest game ever.
How many points did they get for that royal claim?
They must have gotten like 3 or 4 points.
That's pretty good.
You're right. If I could always just lose a bunch of points. I've been doing a good job of that so far this game. Although I will say I did come in here with 9 birds and I still have 9. Oh man, that's a big one.
Yeah, but no advantage gained, really.
No advantage gained. I will not turmoil at this turn at least. Thank goodness.
Well, you can't move from there. I guess you could recruit and then move from... Okay, I see.
Right, we'll just rack up that supporter credit card one time.
Dang it.
That's battle. That's a 3-3. Oh my god.
Yes. All right. Well, that makes... Oh.
The birds are just so sadly depleted. Here he goes. This is for the game. Okay, that'll do it. That is enough. That is enough to make it last one more round. Okay. I love it. I love it. Wow, I think the Woodland Alliance, it's their game to lose right now. Oh my god.
I'm going to make sure the Cats win.
Are you kidding me? What are they doing? This is so stupid. Come on, they had, how many points did they have? Oh, they had 5 points that they just gave up for no reason. Wow. And now a base. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Oh, no. Oh, this is magic cuckoo bananas land for sure.
Yeah, this is definitely a strange game, and I'm happy to be playing it.
Oh, it's over.
Yeah. You got an ambush?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I bet you did.
Yeah, I do.
Whatever. Take the T. I don't even need it. There won't be a next turn. There it is.
Ugh. Oh, it hurts my soul. Okay, our one comment from our cat friend is just attack with 1 T. Attack. Maybe he sat on an attack. Who knows?
I'm going to steal a card from him as payment for me giving him the game.
Mm-hmm.
I'm tempted to attack him, but if I take out both the stuff, that would be stupid.
Yeah.
So.
Also, points don't matter for you or for the cats.
I know, but I just thought it'd be shocking.
Do it. Yurif in the chat says do it.
No. I can't have this. This game is too cuckoo to go on much longer.
Oh, you typed GG already. Wow.
Who did?
Our cats player.
Oh, yeah. He knew.
He knew. For the chaos.
Take-
I think this game should end. This is
over.
Too weird of a game.
Yeah.
You know, it feels really bad to get kind of like undermined by a human player and then have the AI just like totally wander off and when I need it to like focus, you know.
What are these scores? You know, look at these scores. Well, it seems that cats won with rabbits and that raccoon won with cat, but that beats fox, who got 21. So
I wish we could look at a line chart of just the points of that game and just see like one just like goes totally into cats, like it'd be a bunch of curlicues and weird stuff. Oh my gosh, that was so fun.
All right.
Yeah, Europe. The next DLC for Root Digital is the Clockwork expansions, coming out sometime this winter, I think.
We need that. We need the Riverfolk and the Underworld expansions.
I know. The thing we really need is just, I don't even need the Clockworks. I just want the winter map, you know? Like, give me one more map. I think that would help.
Yeah.
That would help me stave off my, like, bored crazy plays right now.
Yeah.
So, Sam,
Yeah.
I want to have you back on the stream when I do coverage of the final tournament game.
Oh, cool.
An analysis and just sort of presenting the whole game as a video. Would you be into kind of being a secondary commentator on that?
I'd love to. Yeah. I can provide insight. Ooh, cats.
Yes, the lovely capitalist otters. Ugh. Okay, this is a weird hand for the birds.
What are you? You're birds again?
I am birds again. This is my chance to redeem myself.
Yeah, redemption
Slightly
for
better,
sure.
Slightly better start, maybe. I mean, actually, I had a fine start. I just, like... I did something a little unconventional, and it just blew up in my face. But I knew that if I'd given up this lower center clearing, that would be a kind of long-term strategic loss. And it would guarantee the cats way too much room. So... Not that it ended up mattering, but...
You got a bird card this time?
I do, yeah. Yep. Alright, let's do it. I said I'd go commander. I have to. Let's do it.
I would love to see, because have you listened to the Cole Worley interview on Space Cat's Peace Turtles that was like a few weeks ago?
Yes, actually.
Yeah, that thing was great. He was talking about the new factions and stuff. And Kyle, you and I had talked about perhaps like what if there was a new Eyrie leader? And
I mean,
what
that would
the
be
kind of
amazing.
Setups would
I think that'd be pretty cool
for that.
to have a little bit of expansion like that going on.
Yeah. Because the Vagabond got extra characters with each expansion.
It's true. I mean, I guess it would make sense to have some more kind of eerie variety, but they feel pretty complete already. And there's only a couple other configurations that are possible, really. Like, I guess, recruit and build? But, like, what is that? Like, we already have a move and build. That feels like the peaceful opening.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, build better somehow. Yeah, we got one that's double recruit. We got one that attacks real good. And then we got one that crafts real good. Like, attack and build? Like, I don't know what that would be. Just like the
The Reclaimer.
Reclaimer, yeah. But after a while, they sort of feel like they're kind of the same. I guess maybe they could do something different than the, two viziers. Or maybe there's one where it's like you get both of them in one category, which is it? But that almost feels too strong, though, Like you just put them both in, build, and then... But then I guess you wouldn't have any other cards with it. I don't know.
We got a tinker here.
Right. Yeah, I think most bird players kind of will only pick the builder as a last resort, or if they have something they can immediately craft.
Yeah, I haven't
a late
felt...
surge.
Yeah, I haven't found a use for builder. I keep thinking like, oh, I'll get a bunch of roosts down and then use builder, but by that time, a lot of the items have been taken anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, by the time you have the roosts to even craft worthwhile things, like... I feel like it's better as birds to just defensively craft stuff if you can.
Field hospitals. No. We won't be doing that.
Alright, let's see what our tinker's up to. What did the tinker find first? Another bag. And then they crafted a bag. So they're good on bags. Tinker's undefended. Just something to keep in mind.
Okay, I'm the cat, so you can deal with
it's your
that.
job to
You're
police the
commander.
forest.
You're commander. No, that's the whole thing with cats, is it seems like it's their job, but it's not.
I think it's the cat's job to just whine about policing the forest, and that definitely is their job. Okay, yeah, you took over the forest. You're taxing everybody. Like, you should at least do some police work, cats. Maybe more cards that help that strategy, but that's not a new leader. I'm not sure that I understand. A new leader that deals with cards.
Oh yeah, maybe a leader that gives you a bigger hand size. Well,
I mean that's kind of
birds
interesting.
Birds don't have a big hand anyway. They usually spend all their cards.
The tension of the birds is always like, what do you dump into the decree, and then what do you dump into everything else, into like actions or crafting or whatever. Discard more cards and draw more cards. That's actually kind of an interesting idea.
Ooh.
Like your hand size is actually one smaller, but you draw one additional card or something like that.
Yeah, or just like at the beginning of your turn before Birdsong, you could discard any number of cards and draw that many or something.
Yeah, maybe.
Just like a one last shot at like getting that card you need for the decree or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
The
like
Desperator.
This is a very provocative build here in this Fox clearing.
Yeah, you taught me that.
It must go. It must go.
Do you have to build every turn?
I sure do.
And you're planning on building there?
I think I have to.
With one battle?
Yes.
Okay.
I think I can do it, unless you have an ambush. Do you have an ambush?
I don't know.
Will you not use it if I attack you there?
I don't know. Who knows if I even have an ambush?
Oh man, I bet you do, but whatever. I have to come after you at some point.
Turn 2 is some point for sure.
I just don't have the actions to really justify that, I think.
Do you want to have another game where you spin out as the birds? Or do you maybe want to cool it on turn 2?
No, I have to. Unfortunately.
All right. Yeah, I hear you. I get it.
It is sad, but it is a fact. I'm just deciding whether to do a 3 or 4. I'll do it with 3. Why not? As long as I'm going to roll the dice, let's roll the dice. Oh, no. Well, the thing is, Sam, is I had to attack, but I only have one move.
Yeah, but you could have done this fox clearing down here.
I guess so, but you would have still ambushed me, and I only had two soldiers.
Yeah, maybe I would have ambushed you. You're right. That's still fox. Everything around there is fox. You're right. I don't know.
All right. Well, there you go. I guess we'll move into a desk because I don't have any bird cards. Just
Yeah.
stick it out for the time being. That's okay. I hope the Woodland Alliance blows you up.
Oh, it blows up that sawmill over there?
Just all of your stuff. I hope they get it all. Yeah, it is still the beginning, and you know everyone's on 1 and 2 points, so it's time for you to leave me alone, Sam. I know you didn't really do anything to me per se,
I didn't
but
do it. I specifically told you how bad it would be for you if you did it.
well, I didn't have any other choice, so I had to.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, you're right. I mean, you could have put. Yeah, I mean, at the time we started talking about it, you're right.
Yeah, and the thing is I could have put all 5 on there, but I'd leave my roost undefended, and that's just a free turmoil anyway. So.
Oh, are you recruiting in that?
Yeah.
Were you recruiting in mouse?
Yeah, I was recruiting in mouse.
Yeah.
Not fully grappling with the reality on the board.
I think the birds are hardest on the autumn map. When there's no, like, clearing that's next to the same clearing of the same suit, sometimes that's a little harder for the birds, I think.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Uh-oh, he's got a sword.
Oh, he's defended now. I wish someone had done something about that.
No, I was too busy fending off a bird invasion. So.
Oh, please. Oh, please. You didn't have to do it there. If you only have the first 2 games, as in the base game and the Riverfolk expansion?
I would recommend getting the Exiles and Partisans deck as soon as possible. I feel like that adds the most variety to Root, is changing up the deck.
I do agree. The Exiles and Partisans deck it adds really nice flavors to it. I think it makes the asymmetry more like subversive somehow. Like you're trying to subvert everyone else's like ability to do stuff, and it turns out, I don't know, I think the games are a bit more balanced and it's super fun.
Yeah, because you can take other people's powers, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it allows you to convert people like the lizards, or I forget, like move across the river.
Yeah.
You know, there's crafted abilities that let you essentially borrow other people's abilities, which is really fun. Oh, it is my turn. I am the cats. My bad. All right, I have 3 actions. I think I'm going to build a recruiter here. Then I'm going to recruit. And then I'm going to battle.
Yeah, cats have a nice grip on this position. Not sure what our Woodland Alliance friend is going to be able to really do about it. Maybe a base here would be nice, but I don't know if they have it.
Yep. No. Can't tell.
You're just thinking about it. Nope, they're going to do it. Okay. Okay, good. Somebody else in this forest has to do some pressure putting, because ball's not in my court anymore.
Yeah, you did your part by throwing your army against me for no reason.
Well, what else was I going to do? I had to battle. So I would either turmoil without taking out any cats, or turmoil and take out some cats. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well.
Those were my options. I know you don't see it that way, but...
Well, couldn't you have moved away from one of these fox clearings?
It was turn 2. I had 1 move.
Yeah.
It was move up, and then I had 1
yeah.
move, and my options were that fox clearing or this empty clearing where I would turmoil.
Right.
Okay, let's start your engines. I'm gonna get turmoil again. Ugh, I hate it.
What? How are you turmoiling again?
I just no, not on my turn, but before I'm gonna turmoil on recruit next turn, and I'm just not excited
Because
about
they're gonna blow up the base. Is that
that.
what you're thinking?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's fine. I don't care about this game anyway. That's okay. Uref says that the last game that he played with his friend, that they played with their friend, their friend flipped the board game over at the end, so they're having a tough time trying to persuade him to play again.
Yeah, that's gonna be tough, I think. Was there a particular inciting incident, or were they just bummed that they lost?
Yeah, what was what caused the flip?
Or was there like an ambush or something that came out that caused somebody to flip? I don't know.
I almost flipped this game from an ambush.
I mean, I told you basically that I had it.
Well, you expressly didn't.
I know, but I wasn't acting innocent either.
That's true. That's true.
I was being coy.
Yeah, this is why you won as the Otters. It's that charisma. I was just too dazzled.
It's so funny. I heard that Brian, who played the Lizards, he was great. He said he didn't want to choose the Otters because he didn't like that like charismatic play, and I guess he's a big Twilight Imperium player and doesn't like it there as much either. So
yeah, I guess that makes sense. Yeah, but it's kind of a requirement as the Otters, you know.
I know. Yeah, I didn't want to do it either. I think actually I had been pretty quiet on any stream up until that game until I had to like really turn it on and make sure. I remember one time I forgot before someone's turn to ask them if they wanted something, you know?
Yeah.
It was like the moles just were in the middle of their turn. I'm like, oh, I forgot to ask them, you know? But that's the kind of thing you have to do as the Otters. It's going to be really hard to put the Otters in digital, I just realized. You know?
I think Uref had mentioned that as well, that it's going to be hard doing that in digital. Like, they're going to definitely have to improve the, like, chat box or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Or support, like, voice interaction or some kind or whatever. But it's definitely going to have to be, like, a prompt at the beginning of everyone's turn, like, hey, do you want to purchase a service from the Otters?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll see. It does live in that weird line between like in real life board game and something online, because it's like wheeling and dealing is just so much more kind of cumbersome in Root Digital.
Yeah,
I try and usually early on, if I'm the Vagabond, I try and make a deal with the cats of some kind, where I'll be like, hey, if you leave me alone turn 1, I'll aid you, or something like that. Depends on who I'm starting by and like what everyone's deal is, but it sounds like Uref's friend was winning and Uref didn't help him. He doesn't really like complicated strategy games. Yeah, then that person would definitely not enjoy Root, I think.
Did he say overcomplicated strategy games?
Yeah.
Yeah, that seems
over-complex
right. That's
strategy
Root.
games.
That's
I think
definitely
that
Root.
is for sure the deal with Root. Are we about to see a dominance play from the cats? I think it'd be crazy.
I don't have 10 points. And until you said the word dominance, I hadn't even considered it.
Maybe I'll just throw this mouse favor in the discard pile just for fun.
Yeah, I hadn't actually been keeping an eye on Tinker. How's he doing? Just one hammer.
Just one hammer so far. That last hammer is
50-50 shot if he's got it on his next turn.
Yep.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah,
Still a couple turns away from...
Oh, I'm so glad I'm not going to turn my out this turn.
Tinker.
Really thought I would.
Yeah, there you go. And look at all that cardboard right there for you to battle for extra points.
How about that?
Everything's turning up death spit.
Everything's coming up Millhouse. I think my future is interesting. We'll see if I can make it out alive. All right. We'll throw it in battle. That's fine. Don't have anything else to do. Okay, let's battle that sympathy. All right, the roofs are on the map. Still think I'm about to be turmoiled, but again, my card draw has been highly limiting my options here.
Yeah.
I feel like with Commander as an opening, my head immediately jumps to trying to win an early kind of military advantage. It's just very hard to sustain on a small decree, or even just get going, honestly.
Uh-oh.
Oh, there it is.
He
There it
just
is.
crafted himself the hammer. He might reveal the hammer. Oh, wait, he already used his power to get the hammer for sure this turn.
Ooh, well, I hope the Woodland
So,
Alliance doesn't
that was
turmoil
actually...
me.
I actually think that was a really smart play, because now, next turn, he can... There's a 50-50 shot he can discover the hammer and then call that thing into its hand and immediately favor. As
I don't
opposed
know
to
if
us having
by next turn there
turn.
might not be
A discard pile?
A discard pile.
Well,
Yeah, cats.
and then-
Yeah, cats.
What?
Are we gonna attack the Tinker?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's warranted. Oh, get the heck out of here, you tinker man.
Currently, the Tinker sitting on 2 hammers and a sword. I mean, they only have 1 sword. Like, what are they gonna do? I like that during the evening there's like little fires that light up inside the keep.
Yeah, I do too.
That's one of my favorite parts. Yeah, you better defend that keep, and I would definitely attack that Vagabond. Yeah,
Alright,
Guardian of the Forest. Are you gonna do something about this? Imminent threat?
How am I the guardian of the forest? I'm going to march. Are you gonna take advantage of this, or what? Like,
I
what's
mean,
your deal?
Definitely, but probably not militarily.
Yeah, I don't think so, actually. If I march 2 guys here, I think that's okay.
I would love for you to march some guys out of that fox clearing, not because I'm going to attack it, but... Oh, it's too late. I just have to move through it to attack the Woodland Alliance base.
Oh, sorry.
That's fine.
I'm going to
It is okay.
attack the Vagabond.
Nice.
Alright, 2-1, that's okay.
I mean, the Vagabond has a bunch of bags and 2 T's already. Wow. That Vagabond is flying high.
Yeah, he's fully bagged out.
I just imagine at this point that the Vagabond is like blown up those bags into balloons and is sort of like hovering over the forest like a weird like inventor. Oh yeah, let's check the discard pile for the favors. I believe the fox favor is in here. Favor the foxes. Yep.
Uh-oh. That's not a
I
good
think
one.
it's the only one. The favor of the mice is in my decree right now, so it's in your best interest for me not to turmoil.
Yeah, I don't want you to turmoil. Oh, you act like I'm mad at you. I'm not mad at you. You know?
I'm just saying out loud so that if I end up attacking your recruiter down here that you're not mad at me. Because I just
Which
have
recruiter?
this one in the bottom in the mouse clearing.
The one that's defended by 4?
Yeah. Well, I just have to battle in a mouse
Is
clearing.
nothing sacred to you?
I have
Oh,
to,
you have to battle
battle
in
in
a
a mouse clearing. Of course it's not sacred to me. I'm going to battle wherever I can.
All
I
right.
think that's
yeah,
the only
a
one I
good point.
can get to.
Yeah, that might be right.
I will certainly try. And I have to build there too, so
Yikes.
yeah. I think I can do it. I just have to not be turmoiled by the Woodland Alliance.
No, you didn't. They already went.
Oh, they've already gone. Okay, great.
Yeah.
Life is good. Oh, what is happening?
Oh, he wants
Wow.
Texas.
That's a big threat.
He wants Texas.
That's a big threat.
Unfortunately, he left his base 2 undefended. I'm just going to take his base. Oh, dang.
That's fair.
2 there. Oof. Yeah.
All right, let's go. Gotta build. Whatever. I'm gonna get turmoiled anyway. It's fine. Leave 2 just to be. Oh boy.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I fought back from
Oh,
it.
dang.
Though. I fought back from it.
Dang.
You know what?
I
Sometimes it works.
can't believe you did
Sometimes
that.
it works.
Oh. Oh, no. Kyle, no. That was my game. I think I'm done.
Oh no, are you kidding me? You've got lots of places to build. You're doing fine.
I know, but I just don't think I'm going to win the point race. You know?
I think that was a turning point. I do wonder if
Is that the hammer?
this vagabond is looking to profit off of our struggle.
Damn
here.
it! Oh, it's
boy.
coming. It's coming. Here comes the favor. It's
gonna be
no.
a rabbit favor if it's anything, because that's the only one where we don't know where it is.
Oh, he crafted a sword?
Yeah, that makes sense. He can't access favor of the foxes until next turn anyway, but I think it's gonna shuffle before then.
Why?
He used
Oh,
the
because
torch
he had to explore. Right.
6,
You're right.
9,
You're right.
12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 25. Plus 3 here.
The decree.
That's 30. 4 supporters, that's 34. In cards in hand, 36. 38. 40, 42. Yeah, by the time it gets back to him next turn, that will be shuffled. This is my how I have to calculate now, just manually.
Mm-hmm.
I know in the rules it doesn't say anything about looking at the draw pile, but it does say right off the bat that you can search the discard pile, so I'm glad that they made that improvement.
Yeah, at the beginning that was a little messed up for sure.
Oh, he just fed the Woodland Alliance this game, I think. He intentionally battled in this rabbit clearing to feed him a rabbit supporter. This is looking bad for me.
I mean, it's looking bad for me too.
If I get the chance, I will attack this vagabond, though. That's like... that's on my agenda here. Oh, there's an investments craft. I mean, that's pretty good for the points race.
I know, but you didn't know I had that when I was complaining. All right.
You're right. I didn't know.
All right, here's what I think I'm going to do. I'm going to recruit. Then I think I'm going to ditch Texas. I think I'm leaving Texas.
It's a fair maneuver.
And then I'm just going to make them regret they ever fucked with me by building on top of them.
Yeah, just lock them in.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll mind being locked in Texas.
No, I know, but I got their base frozen here. I do feel like it'll... hold on. Where's my other move gonna be? No.
Sam, I am going to attack
that's-
you in this clearing again. I hope that's okay with you.
I guess so. Yeah. Whatever.
I
you
won't
gotta do.
attack with a major force, and it's not really meant to eradicate you from the area.
I know that you have a thing in mouse, and that makes the most sense to do.
When I eventually get to that center mouse clearing, I'll just battle the Woodland Alliance there.
Yeah.
Is that a deal?
Yeah. Well, I guess, but I'm gonna be there now, so.
That's fine. But I mean, if we all three of us end up occupying that territory at some point, I'll
Sure.
just battle the Woodland Alliance. Unless you get it over 20, in which case the deal's off.
I mean, I definitely did that to somebody in that game, but I feel like they understood too. It wasn't a big thing.
Wow, Woodland Alliance just really, really letting me live on the knife's edge here. Very happy about that.
Yeah, it seems like they definitely could have revolted there, huh?
Definitely coulda. Now, the thing is I really want to attack the Vagabond,
Yeah.
but I also really have to build, and so attacking the Vagabond in this clearing just seems very foolish. Because, like, at most I'll have 3 troops to attack with.
You can recruit, right?
I guess so. It's gonna be...
You really committed to... You only have 1 rabbit clearing. You should build in that clearing, Kyle.
I have to.
That makes so much sense. Makes
I really
so
have
much
to.
sense. Oh, damn it. Get out of here with that sympathy.
Wow, this is looking good for the Woodland Alliance.
Mm-hmm.
They're plugging up my battle lines for sure. Okay, well, I'm definitely have to march in there. Oh, fine. Put that there. Seems to make some sense. And since this will be... restricted anyway, I guess I'll just put it also in battle, because, like, why not?
Oh, man, you didn't craft brutal tactics?
Nah. No.
You should attack the sympathy in that clear. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. Yeah, good call. Good call.
Alright. We're just attacking some sympathy. Keeping it simple. Alright, I'm happy with that turn.
Yeah, you ended up in wow, you're doing good. Look at you.
There we go. Caw!
I mean, I guess I should have turmoiled you a turn before.
Oh, it's too late now.
It is. It is too late now.
Well, I hope
Unless
everyone's afraid of the birds now, because it has been a struggle of a game so far, to be honest. Although I do like my, like, border of roosts. This is so interesting. So, like, the Woodland Alliance is pretty much confined to that central area. And the cats are sort of this wedge in the middle. With, like, an outpost down in that kind of center middle clearing. Sorry, bottom center clearing. Wow.
No!
Oh, that's a bummer.
Oh, I was ready to. I had the second one in my hand. I was going to go
really?
turn after
Wow.
turn with the coins.
Wow.
Oh, all right. All right, I'm out. I'm out of this one, I think.
You got 3 build slots left. Probably he's not going to explore that last ruin. But
No.
that does mean that's about 10 points. If you can figure out a way to get 3 points. Although you have to build a sawmill probably in one of those. That's only going to get you 2. So 9 points. No, 8 points. Right? Sawmills.
Right.
2,
All those numbers
3.
plus
Yeah,
my
8
current
points.
amount does not get me to 30.
No,
And you're
that's
talking
why
about building 3 things? Yeah.
3 things. Yeah, that's the number of building slots that you currently have access to.
That's not going to happen.
Okay, going after the Woodland
That
Alliance. I like
makes
this move.
everything impossible. Great.
I like
There's
this
no
move.
way we can turmoil you, so now you have to be dealt with. How can we deal with you? And then the Vagabond's going to win. Ugh, I don't have a good option here. I feel like I'm put in Kingmaker place right now, where I don't have a path forward myself very much, but my actions will determine, you know. All right, let me look at my board here.
All right, using a hammer to repair. Yeah, your cats are the hardest to win with, I think, of the base 4. They are brutally difficult to play. I did watch some pretty good cats games earlier. I can't remember what stream it was that I was watching. But they were advocating a lot of sawmills and doing a kind of consolidating move on that opening turn and building sawmills. And they were like, "You want to win with 4 sawmills?" I'm like, okay, I can kind of see the logic there, and then just like hope that at a certain point you can like break out and just build a bunch for a victory. And they were like, overwork as much as you can. But then from watching play, it's like they have to strike a good balance between recruiting and building sawmills, basically. So I don't know how much different that is from the kind of normal approach. I just think that the cats they're forced to be a bit reactive, which is the hard part. And it's like a seesaw during the game. Like they start off with this ability to build anywhere, and then their ability to build sort of gradually diminishes over time. You know? Do they have a 3rd sword? No, they just have 2. Okay.
Oh. Okay, well, this makes it possible for me, I guess, to turmoil you, but I feel like that still won't win me the game. That's just going to hand it to the Vagabond. The Tinker Vagabond, who probably should have had a favor of by now.
Truly. Although if we look at the discard pile, you'll see
Yeah, there's just one card.
a card. Yeah, the cats can get some points in the beginning for sure, but then their trajectory kind of levels off a bit, and it's just hard to make up those points at the end. I just think there ends up being a lot that is competing for their attention later in the game. Because they're like, oh, well, I have to go to this clearing and like bop these guys in order to keep them from like getting out of control, but at the same time I'm supposed to be concentrating on my infrastructure. Like, oh god. It's a nightmare. But Sam, on this upcoming turn, if you don't build a sawmill at home, I'm going to be like, what are you doing?
Really?
Yeah, you got 2 wood. Build a sawmill at home. Set yourself up. I don't know if you're going to make up the points elsewhere by attacking that you could by building that sawmill.
Well, I don't think that... I think I'm running out of time more than I'm running out of resources.
I see. Yeah. Yeah, everyone expects the cats to kill everything with 3 moves. Yeah, I think it's funny because I think the table like lobbying the cats as the like resident kind of like occupying military force is sort of thematically interesting because it's like, oh yeah, the cats, like we all hate the cats. They're like greedy industrialists and they're ruining this forest with all their industry. But hey, can you come deal with this vagrant who's just like running around forcing people to fight? Like, We got this guy with like one weird eye and a crossbow, and he's running around the forest doing all kinds of horrible stuff. All right, Sam, while you're puzzling, I'm going to run and grab a beer really fast.
All right, then I'll wait to make my big move, I guess.
I mean, you can make it. It'll force you to in 3 minutes regardless.
All right, I'm going to claim dominance.
Oh my god, I can't leave now. Hold on.
Unfortunately, the only dominance I can claim because of the cards in my hand is Fox, which is not the most efficient one.
I feel like it's the one that you are furthest currently from
100%. 100%.
What?
100%.
Oh lord.
This is the only play I have to win the game, and I feel like that is the spirit of the game, right?
All right.
Rather than like hedging my bets and end up giving the game to somebody else, I am just going to try to make a dumb play to win myself.
I think that's fair. Do you have to move again now back to that Texas clearing?
Yeah. Well, I wasn't there, but yeah, I'm moving to Texas. Yeah.
Where you once were, not just now, but
I see. Yeah.
a long time ago.
Long time ago. Where did you come from? Where did you go? All right.
Wait, what?
Cotton Eye Joe. All right.
Yeah. Okay, I get it.
And then, I could have recruited. I guess I should have. I guess I still will. What else am I going to do? Build? No points in that.
No, there's no money in building in this forest.
Oh boy. Go ahead, revolt there.
Oh, in that rabbit clearing?
Yeah.
Wow. That would be bold. Very bold indeed.
Oh no. Kyle, can you still hear me?
I sure can.
I dropped the phone, sorry.
All right, I was definitely going to go to the kitchen, but we have somebody claiming that it's about to be a birds win. I guess our Vagabond player. Okay, I support this Vagabond's vision of the future. I think it's a good one. I just feel like the Woodland Alliance has more stuff to deal with than trying to bop the birds way over in the corner. You know, it's actually kind of interesting because he recruited Sam.
Yeah.
This lower center mouse clearing now had martial law established. And
oh, right.
Pretty much, yeah, they're going to have to spend all those supporters just to get into the juicy clearings. Oh, wow, that's actually pretty amazing. Your dominance play just prevented a Woodland Alliance victory, I think. Yeah, there may be a little bias sprinkled in that comment. Thank you. Oh, wow, crafting a sword for 2 points. Big push. Okay. And
oh, here comes. Can they do it? It's going to be hard to get 8 more points in the evening.
2 down, and that's 5 points. And then maybe with a battle, they'll get 6 points. Yeah, but that still leaves them at 28. That's not quite enough.
No. You're going to be able to stop my dominance play, probably.
I'm hoping to win on this turn. I'm hoping that it won't even matter.
Yeah. That's a good attitude to have. Leave it up to the Vagabond to deny my dominance win.
If I get to 29, I'll be happy. The Vagabond can deal with it. He'll figure it out. He's got multiple swords now. Access. Yeah, he's got 2 swords, and there's a third one waiting for him at the Woodland Alliance's base. So.
That's true.
Is he hostile with you? He sure is. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's actually pretty interesting because he only has 1 boot. That actually sucks for the Vagabond. He's going to be slurping around, not doing much of anything.
He won't be able to prevent my dominance, I don't think.
Yeah, unless he rolls 2 2-0s, but even then he won't be able to do it. Yeah, okay, so they're going to take out a roost and plop sympathy. Yeah.
Man, I really wanted bird dominance. I just had no bird card in my hand, you know? I was going to be able to put like 10 and 11 on the corners.
All right, if he doesn't defend that sympathy, I think I win the game. No, he's just going all out. He's placing it down. Okay, I think I win.
Dang.
I will surely try. I will surely try.
Yeah, because Despot, you're getting that double points. God darn it.
I just have to be able to build at the end of this turn, but I think I can because you moved out of this mouse clearing.
Which mouse clearing?
The center
central
mouse
one?
clearing. Yeah, I can just recruit a bunch at this rabbit clearing.
Yeah.
Move in there. And then go into this fox clearing. Okay, I think I can do it on battles, actually. So I need 4 battles for 4 tokens. That's fine. I will...
Yeah. You now that I'm looking at it, if you have a recruit at a rabbit clearing, which I know you do, you have many, then you have 6 points in cardboard where you don't even have to move. Yeah, you're more than clear here.
Okay, I will battle in that fox clearing. So I'm actually going to do it like this. I'll throw this guy in there. Yeah, I'm sending another Brutal Tactics into Decree Hell.
All right, that'll certainly help a little, I suppose.
There it is. All right, we'll send 3 up in here. We're not going to battle there, though. But we do still rule it while I move into this clearing. Okay. Let's do the battles.
Dang.
Yeah, I think this is it. I think this is it.
Yeah, I had a mouse ambush ready to go too. I thought maybe he'll slip up and I can, but no, you got it.
Nope, I got it. He's gonna ambush
You're gonna
me on
have
this
it
last
before
one.
you even need to resolve the decree if you had it all in battle.
Yeah, actually, even if he does ambush me, I've still got it. That's fine.
Yeah.
All right, there it is. There we go. Commander into Despot.
That
I
was
love
good. Good game, Kyle.
Good game. All right. Well, one to you in a coalition victory, and then
Coalition dominance victory.
coalition dominance victory. You don't see that every day. Okay, so this game. Oops. I'm on 5 out of 8. And Sam, you were the cats in this one. You're also on 5 out of 8. So
What
let me
is 5 out of 8?
So I've been doing this thing where I just keep track of the amount of points that are possible and then the amount of points that I ended up with.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
Man, I'm the cats again.
I'm the birds again.
Come on.
Oh, this is so
Darn
crazy.
it.
Okay, well, I have started as two different leaders, so I think I'm going to have to go for a third and final leader. And that's Leader Games. No, I don't know. Ooh, placing it down there.
Ugh,
Yeah, you think I should go Builder?
I
think
hate
you're
what
right.
I've had to do
I think
here.
I'm going to go Builder. Wow, that is a provocative location for a
Yeah.
sawmill.
It's the overwork card I had. You know?
Yeah, makes sense.
Which means I'm gonna have to spend more actions reinforcing that. And I had a bunch of bird cards last time, like. But you were going builder first?
Oh, you know I am.
That's insane.
Is it insane? I think it makes sense.
Get them while they're hot.
Get them while they're hot. I'm crafting a bag. I'm the builder,
Well,
baby.
you could have crafted that bag for the same amount of points with any other.
Nope. No, I'm doing it for not so much the points as the glory, I think.
Right. Now, remember, the Vagabond's name is Hit Me, so we have to... I plan on, before winning, making sure the Vagabond comes in fourth. That is my goals. That's actually what I did. A lot of my commander training was I would play games where my explicit goal was I had to win, but I also had to make sure the Vagabond came in last place.
Ooh, yeah. Wow. That's pretty cool.
With the AI, I was able to do it like 80% of the time. And with people, I was able to do it 0% of the time.
I think the hardest thing on Root Digital is playing as the Woodland Alliance against this Cat's AI. Because they will just ruin their own game to destroy you. It's like...
Yeah.
It's hard to take. It's hard to swallow sometimes.
Yeah, I get really mad.
There's one challenge in particular where I can't remember what the scenario is, but you are the Woodland Alliance. It's like you start with a base, or no, you start with a can't remember exactly. Yeah, cats only kill mice. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I think thematically that works. Sam, do you remember what that challenge is?
I think there's like a dominance one where you start with the dominance card. Is that the one you're talking about?
But I think that's as the Vagabond. Or
the coalition one, yeah.
I just don't see how that's possible with the Woodland Alliance on most games.
Right.
Ooh, the Woodland Alliance going for very plugging up the cat's back lines kind of play here.
Yeah, you could say it's a really annoying opening.
That is going to be annoying to deal with.
I could just take my whole turn and just make sure that they don't have a turn, but guess what? They'll have 3 points and I'll have 0, you know?
Oh, yeah.
I guess I'll have 3 points from removing their cardboard. Maybe I will do that.
Wow, I'm so sad about my hand, though. I think I'm going to have to turmoil now. I wish I...
What are you talking about?
I wish I'd done
You
it
have
differently.
to turmoil?
Yeah, second turn turmoil. Here it comes. I guess it would have been slightly more optimal to go the other way. I just didn't think in a million years that I would get stuck with that. But, c'est la vie. If this Vagabond has the ability to just like change the suit of one of these clearings, that'd be great. This is actually a really weird distribution. Maybe we should talk about this, but look at this like rabbits all along the bottom shelf here.
You're right. Yeah, that is really weird. That is going to be, I think, especially hard for the birds. There's 25% of the cards right now to you, Kyle, mean nothing.
Oh yeah, that's true.
That's really rough, yeah.
And most of the crafting points too. Oh, the irony. Oh, the irony. Leafs, welcome. Good to see ya. Leafs, I'm just playing a couple of games of Root Digital with my good friend MurdersheRoot, winner of the recent Space Cats Peace Turtles Invitational Root Tournament. Took place in October, the first couple weekends. And earlier in this stream, we had a little interview with Sam. And now we're just playing some games. So far, it's 5 out of 8 for both of us. So this is kind of our tiebreaker game. I've played the Eyrie in all 3, and we're just having some fun. So I decided to open Builder. And if you look carefully, I'm about to turmoil on turn 2 because this board layout is crazy and my hand is just full of garbage.
It's just full of rabbits? Is that what it is?
It's full of rabbits. I have so many rabbits. Yeah, the suits have definitely been randomized on the autumn map, and this is one of the stranger layouts that I've seen. We do have this nice like fox lightning bolt through the middle, and then just peppered with a whole bunch of mice on the top end.
You know, Waterman, in our semifinals game, there was a similar thing where all the foxes were along the river of the winter map. That
Yes,
was
that's right.
really interesting. Yeah. That game played out interesting as a result, I feel like, especially for the lizards.
All right, we have turmoiled.
Oh wow.
But you know what? I got 3 roosts down. I'm feeling not terribly bad.
Yeah. There's plenty of time.
I think I'm gonna swap into commander and just kind of hope for the best. Yeah, if you feel like you'd be crazy nervous in a tournament, I feel you. I played a couple of test
100%.
games leading up to the tournament that were kind of like streamed live, and everyone was playing at a super high level, and I was so just like I was sweating. My armpits were just so wet. But I think actually during the game itself, the only thing that the nerves really affected was there was a couple of times when I just did things in a weird order that was slightly suboptimal, I think. And if I would have just taken my time a little more, I could have had a slightly better game. But I feel like you can maybe attest to the Sam. Taking your time feels hard in a tournament setting because you're like, oh no, like the spotlight's on me right now. I'm supposed to be taking my turn. Like I'm supposed to know what I'm doing.
Yeah, in the first 2 or 3 games I played online, I felt the pressure. I think we are both performers in real life, and so I felt the need to make sure that my turn was had a pace to it and was entertaining as opposed to efficient and a good root turn. And then so I had to totally switch that mindset on and being like, it's okay to just take your time and be boring, just make the right moves.
Right.
That's hard to do.
It is hard to do. And there's no clock or anything, so there's no actual time pressure, but there's just the pressure of
Right.
The pace of the thing. Kind of.
And the nerves, they get you going. You think you need to have an answer right away, right? Because you're in the tournament. I'm good at this, right? I should know what my turn is. But Root is complicated.
Yeah, it is complicated.
You got to make sure you think about all the possibilities.
Currently, Root tournament play is not timed like in chess. And there's no ratings, there's no ELO or anything for Root, at least not yet. But I have been thinking about doing some practice runs with a timer and giving myself 15 minutes at the top of a game, and just during my turn, I'll hit the clock button and the time will kind of visibly run down while I'm playing, and just try and keep my whole every turn that I take in the game, keep it inside 15 minutes.
15 minutes, that's easy.
Yeah. I don't actually know. I've never really timed how long it takes me to play a game of Root just on my turns.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think 15 minutes is too long?
I think 15, if your turn took 15 minutes, that's a long time, I think, yeah.
Not each turn, 15 minutes total.
Oh, wait, for all 4 players?
No, so say for instance I'm playing the birds like I am now. Every time it gets back to my turn, I continue the rundown of the clock.
Oh, I see.
So
Chess
I start with,
style.
15 minutes on the clock, and every time it gets back to my turn, I start the clock again.
Oh. Actually, I don't know. Maybe 15 minutes for that does sound pretty good, actually, then.
Yeah,
that makes
because you'd
sense,
basically if you ever took 5 minutes on your turn, then that's a third of your time,
Yeah. Yeah, that would make things clip by for sure.
Yeah, I just feel like it'd be kind of fun, especially in it's enough time to flip the board at the end of the game for sure. Yeah, I feel like this wouldn't work in something like Tabletop Simulator because there's just simply too much noise of no, the cards aren't it's not snapping to the right endpoint, and
yeah. Hold on, I just got to group all these guys.
I'm just gonna wait for the dice to stop rolling. It's gone an edge, and it's gonna be I have to wait for you to clear your meeples out of the way.
Right.
Yeah, maybe not in that setting, but in Root Digital, just with me doing it for fun, I feel like it could be possible. I just downloaded an extension, or not an extension, but just like a random program, some freeware, some open source software that is like a countdown clock.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm pretty excited to put that in action. I'm thinking of doing that next week. Doing a couple of like star runs at different like pace points just to see if I can do a like blitz root game.
Yeah.
And just, yeah, because at a certain point you're like, you can't think about it, just like throw stuff in and let's see what happens. Luckily you have all of the other players' turns to kind of figure out roughly what you want to do.
Mostly. Until that person before you really shakes things up, you know?
Yeah.
It's so weird how sometimes like turn order can really determine what goes down in a root game. Like whose job it is to do something could be turn order, or you know, like, I mean, when the Riverfolk are in the game, then it's like who gets to buy first and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's
like
a big
turn
deal.
order.
Person who goes first after the person who's leading gets to really set the pace for the rest of the game, rest of the turns, you know? Do they deal with the leader or do they kick the can?
Right.
It's kind of an interesting little debate, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, is this our Vagabond friend about to give me a bunch of stuff? That's great. Yeah, so I had the crafting leader, and I definitely didn't make a ton of use of that. That's okay. That's all right. That's okay.
Yeah, this is your best first turmoil so far.
I think so, and they've all been really early.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to play it like this. Oh, it's sold out. That's why. Okay. Let's go for it.
There's no way to look at the cards that are in your decree, right?
At the specific cards?
Yeah.
There is no way. You're correct.
Because well, you would have crafted it then. No? Well.
Leafs playing your first online Vagabond game. Good luck. Good luck. It's a really fun faction to play. Do you know which Vagabond you want to play as? Europe says, good luck, pick Tinker. Yeah, Tinker, good choice. Good choice. Tinker's a fun one. I've been having some luck with going with the Thief, especially with early questing.
Yeah, you quest a lot more than I do as Vagabond. That's for sure.
I don't think it's the most efficient way to get points, but I do think it's the most inconspicuous way to get points.
Yeah, for sure.
And it can rack up in such a way that those last turns where you're just searching for the win, it can be within reach pretty easily.
Who's your favorite Eyrie leader, Kyle?
I think my favorite Eyrie leader is the Commander.
Yeah.
I just think it's very fun to play. I would say the one that I enjoy turmoiling with the most is probably the Charismatic. Just because it always feels
the one
like
you what?
I enjoy the Charismatic turmoil the most, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Leafs, you're digging the Tinker. Very nice. Very nice. So, okay, chat, I'm currently working this week. I'm hoping to release another puzzle video, like maybe tomorrow. But the one thing I'm working on behind the scenes this week is a like a digital interface where I can present games of Root in their entirety and like do some analysis and have it be like visually like readable and kind of pretty. So I just spent the last 2 days like gathering digital assets for that. Basically like downloading individual images off of like Tabletop Simulator and just anything that I could find online. I literally went through like every Board Game Geek forum post and like anything that I could get my hands on. But I've like cobbled together like a pretty workable idea, I think. And so my first idea for a series is going to be to present all five, right? There were five, yeah. All five tournament games from the Space Cats Peace Turtles tournament earlier this month and present them in their entirety and give some analysis, some thoughts as the moves go by. Yeah, Leafs, you saw the Woodland Alliance puzzles? Yeah, very nice. I'm hoping to have some more of those. I've got a few in the hopper that I've already analyzed and just need to make a video for. Yeah, I'm hoping that that'll help people. I think there's not that much Root content out there right now that is specifically like geared towards players who've played a little bit and just want to kind of like hone their play a bit. Yeah, thinking carefully about spreading that sympathy. It kind of does make a difference. And it's one of those things like the more you think about it, the like kind of deeper and more interesting the considerations can get. And it's hard to say that there's any definitive like solution for an opening sympathy spread, but you can definitely avoid some pitfalls and or choose whose life you're about to make very miserable with a good sympathy spread. This game, or do you save it up for Revolt? Yeah, I think that's there's always that to consider. Yeah. This game, though, I think the Woodland Alliance did a good job of kind of gumming up the works for the cats. Like, the cats have some martial law going, but their buildings are a bit scattered. They just lost that workshop, which is a bummer.
They made my life miserable. Now, I got what I needed out of the workshop, which was to craft Command Warren. That's what I started with in my hand, and I thought if I could get an early Command Warren, that'll save me in the long run.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it's not like they're going to revolt there, but they will probably battle there. They might be coming for favor of the rabbits. I don't know.
Oh, Yurif, you, Lord of the Board directed you to that video. Yeah, that's right. Lord of the Board, very cool guy.
So
he
good.
streams a lot, not just Root, but like Wingspan and Game of Thrones and other things too. Such a nice person, and I just really liked his video about the Woodland Alliance. I thought it was just like a good introduction to their overall strategy and how it works. And yeah, we've like been in touch recently because he's streaming a bunch, and we were like talking tactics one time, and then so after I made that video, I was like, oh yeah, I should link to his stuff because I think it's super helpful. Yeah, and just like a cool person too. Lord of the Board tuned into the tournament games, and was definitely pulling for the lizards. I think in that tournament final, MurdersheRoot.
Oh yeah,
pulling for Brian as the lizards. Yeah, I think our Vagabond friend might be having some internet difficulty because it's taken an awful long time to decide where to slip to. Yeah, not a Lizards fan.
well, I just saw in the chat here, our Woodland Alliance player says it's their first time playing Woodland Alliance.
Wow.
I feel like they're doing pretty good,
I
considering.
think they're doing a good job, yeah.
Well, they're certainly doing, making me work a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, you're if not a big fan of the lizards. Have you just had bad experiences with them, or are you just in principle against how they score points? Let's see what this vagabond is up to. Okay, they got a bunch of boots, and they got a sword, and they have a bag and a tea. I don't really know.
I hope they come after our Woodland Alliance player. It doesn't look like it. Or if they could get rid of one of those ruins, I'd appreciate it.
No, I think they're going to aid me for a bag. I'm happy about that.
I
Unless
think
they're
I
aiding for the
crafted
coin.
an
I
item.
mean, that would make more sense. Yeah. But come on, I have a
No.
bag. He'll wish he would have aided me coming after him. Better find that second sword soon. Oh, he's gonna battle there. Okay. Yeah, he's just gonna get out of dodge, I guess. Goodbye, Vagabond. Yeah, I just can't tell who's doing the best in this game. I guess it's the Woodland Alliance, but still, they're
I
having
think it's you.
bit of a tough time. But I'm like tied for last, and my
Yeah,
decree
well,
is
that's
maybe
how
a bit-
your faction scores. Well, do you have a bird card in your hand?
I do. Yeah, I'm gonna
Then
be okay.
you're in the first. Then you're in first place.
I'm gonna
That's what I
be-
think.
I'm gonna be okay soon.
If you put that in build, then you've got one build that's super easy and plenty of time to gear up for another one, and you have one of the best abilities in the game as commander.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Ooh, have to burn an ambush for it though. Must really want that build. Oh, and a T. Well, only 1 point though. You should have started with the builder.
If only I started with the builder. Oh boy. Okay. Well, let's do a little bit of damage here.
No, not a little bit of damage.
Oh no, I battled too
No!
well. I battled too well.
Are you going into turmoil?
Yeah, because I battled too good.
Oh my goodness,
This
Commander.
is my favorite turmoil. Wow. Well, how about that? That's so
You burned the
unfortunate.
ambush and it cost you a point. That's pretty good for me.
Yeah. Well, I took out a pretty critical recruiter of yours, so
Oh yeah, you really hurt me. Yeah, that was bad.
it's very sad for me. It's very sad for me. I guess at this point it's time to go despot. I mean, most of my troops are still in my supply, but whatever. I've got lots of empty space around to fill up, so
I would go despot. You need to
that
score
just
some
makes
points.
sense. I gotta get some points on the board. Yeah, still tied for last. Was it worth it? I just rolled too good. I mean, what can you do? What can you do? I didn't have enough moves. I had to start scoring eventually. I guess I could have tried to build and put a fox and build, but I just felt like that would be too restrictive. Like the cats could too easily like outmaneuver me in that instance, and it would be giving a free hand to the Woodland Alliance to just expand into this rabbit and into my back ranks. The moles or the corvids? Yeah, I would say they're both very good. Right now, there's sort of this. We're kind of just out of the mole panic of 2020, but there was this notion that the moles were maybe too good, and I think that's been mostly dispelled because people are just learning how to deal with things like small mole and others. Although, to be honest, I didn't see any small mole in the tournament, and I kind of wish that I would have. But yeah, so there's different ways to play the moles that are all very good, and it's been the meta has caught up, I think, and so now the moles are seeming a bit less scary. Although I worry that in a future tournament the moles are just going to sweep everyone away, because the tourney was on Tabletop Simulator, so not really in real life, but not on Root Digital either. So yeah, everyone was in far-flung locations and time zones, MurdersheRoot is on the West Coast. I'm on the East Coast. We have people of the U.S. and we've got people, I think, tuning in from kind of all over. I just played with somebody who was videoing in from Spain. Like, there's a lot of places where people play. There's a bunch of streamers in like Russian-speaking places that are streaming Root now, which is cool. They sound very authoritative because they like have a lot of like chess terms and things. It's pretty cool. Ooh, you went on a Dominion spree. Good for you. I love Dominion. I would say Dominion,
love Dominion.
Chess, and Root are my 3 favorite games.
Oh, well, that turned out really bad for me.
Uh-oh.
I tried to do the table a favor and hit the Vagabond. And now it's his turn to get 6 points.
No.
So...
You have a oh no, that's the Vagabond that has that. Wow. Vagabond has an armorers. Oh boy. Yeah. Oh, this is not good. I'm just glad that the Vagabond's been so low in points up to this point. I feel like
they only have 1 sword, actually, so they could only do 4 points of damage.
I have not seen Queen's Gambit on Netflix.
And he stole my favor. Stole my favor of the rabbits. Favor of the rabbits has been stolen.
Uh-oh. Well, this Vagabond can't craft it, so it's okay.
That's a good call.
Wow, this Vagabond is not hurt.
I feel like it's been a lot of pick on the cats. It's been pick on the cats all game, right?
It has. That is a shame. You know, the Vagabond did something very critical when the Vagabond took out the sympathy in this center right fox clearing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're right, Leafs. Every game is pick on the poor cats. It sure is. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's what I liked about some of those tournament games too. Is like people knew to like, oh yeah, that cat's at 9 points on turn 3 or whatever. That doesn't mean anything or whatever, you know.
Right.
There was some adjustment of that, but then some basic mistakes made as well.
Hey, what are you doing, Vagabond? Get out
Your
of here,
turn
Vagabond.
to try to hit him. I burned his ambush, so you should be good.
No, the thing is the Vagabond crafted an armorers.
Oh.
Ugh, it's gonna be so annoying to deal with that.
I dealt with his ambush. You deal with the armorers.
I just don't have the strength to right now. Like, what am I gonna do? Battle him with one guy? Like.
It's true. You don't have a lot of dudes out.
I don't have a lot to.
Neither do I. I've lost a lot of cats
right now.
Yeah. What?
I'm sorry, Sam.
You jerk.
Yeah, I won't be there for long, I promise.
I know, you just took out my recruiter. I know why you did it. I have 2 buildings.
This is so brutal. I'm sorry.
This has been such a bad game for the Cats.
I'm piling on. I can't help it.
I know. That's why I'm mad. It's
I'm
like,
deciding to race the Vagabond, and we all know how this is going to turn out.
I know, you're racing. We each have like 11 and 13 points. It's not time to race.
Yeah,
you needed me to help check those people, and I can't anymore.
You know what? You just sit back, you rebuild. I'll take care of the Vagabond. Alright, the Woodland Alliance still stuck on one base for the time being. So even though they are well and truly in the lead, it doesn't really feel like they pose much of a threat just yet.
Yeah, here comes the organized, though.
Yeah, I think they've got enough officers to really start. Like if they move both of these guys from their base into Texas, then they can spread over even to your mouse clearing there, which would be a big threat.
I mean,
if I was the Woodland Alliance, I would definitely try and hop over the center line and start getting into those mouse clearings.
I'd go into Texas with a warrior and a sympathy, you know? Be like, I will revolt there. Yeah. Because no one's going to mess with... If you just park one Woodland Alliance warrior, they're not going to mess with it.
Oh, he's taking the back road. Okay.
Still no second base. Here it comes. Well, I don't know. Well, you have the actions or organized.
He's got to choose mouse or fox. I mean, he's got plenty of supporters to back up the threat. So
right.
It's just a matter of which base does he feel like he can access. I'm feeling good that I put... What? Wait, so recruit, move, recruit. He's got one more thing to do. He's moving into Texas. Okay, great. There it is.
Still no revolt.
I mean, he can't revolt. He already has a rabbit base, and he has sympathy just in rabbit clearings. Maybe this is a Galaxy Brain favor play for 1 point. Who knows?
No, the favor went to
Mate Core. Good to see you.
Went to the Woodland, or went to the Vagabond. He stole it from me.
You're right. You're right.
So unless he aided, well, yeah, he could aid the Woodland Alliance, that card. That would really do us in. Okay.
Why is it nicknamed Texas? Well, it is the clearing with the most paths. It's got 5 paths, which in my twisted brain kind of looks like a star. Also, it's just the biggest clearing. And since everything is bigger in Texas, it just seems to make sense to call it Texas. Yep. That's it. That's the Lone Star clearing. Let's do the Vagabond. I assume that they're going to go and just start fucking up all the birds' bases here. That's kind of what I imagine they're about to do.
No.
So wait, Yurif, I'm curious. Can you tell me what is the Queen's Gambit about? Is it a chess show? That's what immediately springs to mind for me.
Sounds like a Decemberist song.
It does sound like a Decemberist song. You're right. There's the Queen's Rebuke, which is a real Decemberist song.
That's right. That's what it is.
And there's the Bagman's Gambit. Yeah. Mikor, the 5 out of 8. So I'm doing this thing now where I keep track of the potential number of points that are possible and how many I've earned in the games that I play. I'm doing a guest stream here with MurdersheRoot, winner of the recent SCPT Root Tournament. Oh, yes. This is looking good for the birds. Chess show about a famous female chess player. Awesome. That's really cool. I'll have to check that out. So anyway, we've played 2 games so far. I came in dead last in the first game as the birds. MurdersheRoot my good friend Sam, did a coalition play as the Vagabond and helped the Cats to a dominance victory. So he got all 4 points in that first game. Second game, I won as the Birds. Sam played the Cats and went for a dominance victory, but didn't make it. It was a pretty hopeless dominance position, I feel like.
Yeah.
And then now here we are in game 3. We're trying to break the tie. That means both of us are at 5 out of 8. It's set in the 60s, maybe? Okay, cool. Gotta love that. We just watched Hairspray. Sam and I, in our other life, are collaborators for a musical theater company. And we run a podcast that exclusively watches movie musicals and does like a roundtable discussion about them. So the one we're discussing tomorrow is Hairspray. It won't be released tomorrow, but sometime in the future. But Hairspray was the one to watch this week. And that is also notably set in the 60s. Yeah, we're both big musical theater nerds. We've written many musicals together, written and performed. And while coronavirus has everybody locked down, we've decided to just watch movie musicals and talk about them. That's like what we can pretty much manage at this point.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been such a fun time. I'm so excited that our two great passions in this life are identical, Sam.
Yeah,
and that's
absolutely.
Root and beer. I mean, musical theater.
And soccer. I mean,
And
honestly,
soccer.
there's not much you can throw at Kyle or I that we
Pokemon.
don't totally have a very good shared knowledge on.
Even
Or
like
acoustic guitar music.
yeah, there you go. Very similar sensibilities about our acoustic guitar music. You've seen Hamilton. Leafs has seen Hamilton at least 10 times since it came out. Yeah, we watched that the very first weekend it came out, and we had on our show a former director of ours named Ashley, who is the director for one of the Hamilton tours out in the country, currently on hiatus, but she is an amazing director, and she was directing Hamilton like on tour, like, you know, getting people up to speed and kind of maintaining the show while it was out in the world. And it was super cool to like talk with her and pick her brain. I don't know if you guys are like interested in musical stuff. You can check out our podcast. It's the Thicket and Thistle podcast. I'll just type it in chat because it's hard to say. Yeah, I wish I could have seen the musical in real life.
I did.
You did, you lucky duck.
Yeah. My wife and I got it for wedding gifts. We got to go see Hamilton. It's pretty exciting. Not original cast, obviously. I think the musical on Disney is really great because you get the close up. You know, if you see it in life, you don't get to see all the little like, you know, facial expressions, especially for like King George or something. I thought that was pretty good on the Disney Plus version.
Yeah, just getting to see like everything in hyper detail.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. What am I doing with this turn? Pretty much just have to build and try and catch up, I feel like.
Catch up. You have a teammate. You're going to be fine.
Yeah. Good for now, I think. I'll craft this. Huge fan of musicals, though. Nice. That's super awesome. Yeah, musicals are great.
If Leader Games is ever interested in an officially licensed Root musical, I feel like we're the only two people equipped to handle that.
I think we're especially equipped, yeah. It's like the only thing that our skill set, like... I have a very unique set of skills.
Yeah. Hey, how about imagine like trying to like sell that to a producer too. Like, so the demographic is people that enjoy very complicated board games, but then also like going out in large numbers to go see live theater.
Who like being in a fabulous crowd to watch a musical. Totally. Yeah, you feel a Root musical would be very Japanese,
Oh yeah, that'd be good.
or just the combination of like loving board games and also musical theater. I feel like a like Root anime would be super sweet.
Oh man, I'd watch that so much.
Have you seen on the Discord the Root meme page the comics? I can't remember the name of the comics. But
Root Cellar, I think.
Root Cellar. That's it. They're so good. They're like amazing.
Yeah, I love those. I'm really jealous of that idea. Like, it's so cute. You should get that guy to come on, Kyle.
Oh, that'd be so fun. I would love to talk to him or her or whoever it is and just kind of like pick their brain. Mostly just the possibility of getting it done. Oh, Leafs, your game crashed. That's such a bummer. Yeah, that's been happening now and then. I was talking to somebody earlier and I was like, when there's an eventual rating system for Root, there's been so many moments where people just sort of drop out when they turmoil or they just feel like their game is hopeless, sometimes really early on. And it kind of just throws off the balance for the rest of the game. And in chess apps like chess.com or Lee Chess, other things like that, if you leave games early or just like abandon them, it makes your rating go down a little bit. Not only can your opponents claim victory, but you suffer a penalty for just like quitting, basically. And I was saying that like when Root gets a rating system at some point, that should be the same case. And then somebody pointed out rightly, they're like, yeah, but the game crashes all the time. So like, I think that would be kind of unfair. Like, yeah, you're totally right.
The soccer game I play on my phone, it's a similar thing. Whereas if you quit, you get penalized. But it always, like, it's just like, oh, your internet got interrupted or somebody called you on the phone and now your game's done, you know, and you lose points. It can feel a little harsh, but I do like that I like people finishing the game, you know?
Same. Absolutely. If your computer is a toaster, one day we'll play online. I hope you do. It's super fun to play online. Bakor almost won a game with 5 cats and no buildings on the map. Wow, that sounds like a real crazy one. Honestly, that kind of sounds like our first game that we played. It was just like a weird, like empty wasteland.
Yeah.
With the cats going for a dominance victory. Like, it was crazy. That was a wild one. You know what's actually kind of funny? There's some symmetry to this stream, Sam, because we've got 2 coalition victories, top and bottom.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, the Eyrie was going to turmoil.
Oh, you're horn.
Vagabond had no sword. So no one was doing anything. The board was just empty and halted. You had no buildings. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds very rough. Oh, wow. It came down to a single dice roll between you and the Woodland Alliance. Gosh. Vagabond favored twice. Yeah, I guess that'll wipe out the board pretty good.
Yeah.
Not a lot to be done about that. You went for a dominance victories, the cats, with 5 cats and no buildings. Wow, and you say you almost won. That's pretty amazing. Yeah, I feel like this game is gonna be over pretty soon. I feel like it's pretty hard to stop the roll with the birds. Like,
yeah, I think you got it.
The birds are gonna turmoil because they have too many roosts. Like, that's just pretty good, you know?
Yeah.
At this point, I'm just abandoning roosts and being like, I just have to attack tokens now, sorry.
Right.
Come take me out so I can build more, please.
And they will.
And they will. You're right. They definitely will.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. I've been so weak and I got picked on so much I can't help in the bird fight. I'm just barely holding on to 4 clearings.
Yeah, I definitely credit the builder opening with my victory in this game. My inevitable victory. Although, to be honest,
Builder
the
opening
Alliance is in a pretty good position. Like, they're at 17 points. They've got a decent amount of supporters.
They could do it.
They could maybe do it. The thing is, they only have the one base. They have plenty of officers, but
Oh,
they just
here
keep
it
getting hit
comes.
by this vagabond. They're camped by a vagabond. It's hard to
Yeah.
keep the wolves away. This vagabond is not going anywhere. He's just destroying boots left and right.
Yeah.
Ah, there we go. Finally using that armorers to great effect. All right, and a pretty definitive 0-0 there. Oh no, he doesn't have another sword, does he? No. Oh, I guess I could swoop in and finish him off. Seems fine.
That seems ideal. That's good teamwork.
Yep. I think that's what's
Game?
called for.
Now, if you were able to get to them, there is... Oh, well, actually, that one has a warrior. Never mind. There's only 6 points of undefended cardboard. You're going to earn 5 points, which gives you 11. If you're able to find 3 more points, you could win on your turn.
If I'm able to find 3 more points, I can win on my turn.
Right?
All right, I might be able to find 3 more points.
Outside of battle, if you can craft a coin... No, you got no...
Well,
grab
I
it.
would only get 1 point from crafting.
Oh, right. Good point. Good point.
But if I can battle in a fox clearing,
Well, that's part of them.
and if I can
You know,
move...
The 3 battles are part of it. Yeah, I
So
don't think you're going
2
to get there
points,
this turn.
4 points. That gives me to 19. That'd be 22, 23. And then earn 4. 27. I feel like that's good enough to do it.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to win either way, but I don't think you can quite get there on this turn.
I can't quite
15
get
points
there.
is
I'll
a
get
lot
very
to ask.
close. I'll get very close. I am, first of all, going to craft this sword.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well, I guess that's just one.
And I'm also going to craft a favor of the mice.
No, you've done it. Oh, you've done it.
The poor
Oh,
cats. This is so rough.
He's done it. Yeah, there's no way. I got hammered early.
All right, my 2 moves. Let's go 2. Definite potential for an ambush here, but I'm okay with
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
Okay,
risk
that.
it. I think you should risk it.
I have to battle in a fox clearing. Even if he has both ambushes, I will still be alive. Alrighty. No, bye. And I'm gonna battle at the base. Alright, I got it. Got it. Okay, let's see what kind of supporter damage we've got here. Looks like no supporter damage at all. Okay. Definite potential for a revolt in this. Oh no, he would have had to get rid of all the rabbit and
Yeah.
wild. So all good. All good. I think the alliance has been bopped.
Bopped. Yeah, I think the rest of the board has been destroyed.
Yeah, everyone's been sufficiently bopped, I would say. And I have just enough of a martial law presence to kind of keep the Woodland Alliance busy for the time being.
I can't even, like, have a big turn to come get you, which was my plan. And I'd have to get your 2 fox roosts, one of which has 3 warriors on it. It's not going to happen. Not on a cat's turn.
No, that would be a lot to ask.
Unless I had, like, 5 cats next to it, which I don't. So
No, it would take you 2 marches to reach it. Either of them. And then
Yeah,
you'd have to have
fuck you.
enough for battling as well.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a big ambush.
Yeah. Well, he's coming after me. Like, not in my world, man. Not on
There's
my
way
town.
too many cats there. Why would you do
Come
that?
on.
I think he just had no other options in his evening. I think that was an evening exclusive. Again, I just have to reiterate, I think everyone, what we've learned from this is start with the builder. Start with the builder. Turmoil on turn 2, and then win the game with the despot. I can't imagine a more peaceful sequence of events. Although there was a commander leader in there as well. I'm actually like so happy that this Vagabond decided to coalition. I feel like the time was super ripe for it. I think it was a good spot on behalf of the... Ooh, wow. Decisive
I'm still not
blow.
gonna have enough actions.
So, okay, that was a march, a battle,
Yeah.
and another battle. Okay. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, couldn't do it. I needed like 2 more actions. And that's me throwing my game. Like, I can't even do anything.
That's okay. That's okay.
That's what the rest of the table gets.
I'm glad that you have a force and a fox clearing for me to battle so that I don't lose by not being able to battle. Oh, that was the other thing that happened in this game is I turmoiled from battling too good
Oh, right. Yeah.
with the commander. Hate when that happens. Yeah, I battled
He's coming for the keep.
3 cats and a building in this clearing with 3 of my warriors, and I instantly rolled a 3-2 and took out everything. It was brutal.
This guy's coming for the keep.
He's coming for the undefended keep.
That's fine. I mean, it doesn't do anything. In fact, it denies you easy cardboard points you could use before the build portion of your decree, but...
Does. I've got a bird card in my hand, though, so I think I'll be okay.
No, yeah, you were always going to do it, but... I mean, what else is the Vagabond supposed to do, you know?
Right.
Seems cool to do, but...
Man, I did lose a lot of birds there, like, instantly, though. Well, craft and armors, because why not? Instead of giving it to the Woodland Alliance. Recruit. All right, let's do our fox battle.
Great.
Big old 3-2.
Fantastic. You deserve that.
Nerf the
Great.
hit.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you?
All right, that's great. Okay, and then one of these. I guess I'll do this one.
That's game.
That's it. Good game. Leafs, you can't log in. That's such a bummer. Yeah, I think they're experiencing one of their periodic trouble spots in terms of like game stability. Yep, that happens. Well, there it is. Another coalition victory for the books. 2 in one stream. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, you're right.
That's pretty unusual.
That's the new online meta.
That's the meta, yeah. I think coalition victories were like pretty sincerely a part of the meta like a couple of weeks back. People were doing more like ranger coalition type plays because it's really hard to coordinate a defense against 2 players online.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta love the smile on that Vagabond. It's just so mischievous. Well, let me update the counters here real quick. So, Sam, you got a point in that last game?
I guess so, yeah.
I mean, honestly, the game counters like are all messed up because. Wait, did I do this right? I did this wrong. Sorry. I see what's going on. Sorry, I'm having some like OBS issue right now. That's very silly.
No worries. All right, Kyle. Though it's getting late here. I got to get to dinner here.
MurdersheRoot, thank you so much for joining me on this Root adventure. After the stream, it's going to be uploaded on Twitch. I'm going to upload the first portion on YouTube as well. Just a quick interview with the champion of the 2020 October Root Tournament, MurdersheRoot, talking about your experiences playing in the lead-up game and then the finals. Congratulations once again. I hope you enjoy your Leader Games t-shirt and pin collection.
I will. And you have a special surprise coming in the mail in a couple weeks here.
I can't wait. Oh, background here is I sent you
it's not here, it's in the living
plushy
room.
lizard because your kind of main faction is the lizard cult.
Yeah.
And so I sent you a box that had a plushy lizard from Cancun and a very threatening note.
Yes.
With the goal being to kind of psych you out before the tournament. And I think all it did was just spur you on to victory. So
yeah, I kept that plushie near me, and it's my good luck charm for sure. Also, my dog likes to chew on it.
Yeah,
real.
that makes sense.
It's her favorite thing.
All right. Well, have a good night.
Yeah, you too,
MurdersheRoot.
Kyle.
Thank you to everyone for joining. And I'll see you around the woodland.